Hey, what's going on? It's Bill Burr, and it's time for the Thursday afternoon, just before Friday, Monday morning podcast, and I'm just checking in on you. All right, obviously this is videotape, which means I have a special guest, and which, you know, that's what it is. You know, when there's videotape, I would never make you guys look at my face for no fucking reason. All right, and my guest today has a new special out called Human Magic, the one and only Ilana Glazer. How are you?
Hi, Bill. Thanks for having me. We met for the first time the other night at the Hilarious premiere celebration, and I told you that I have been a fan for so long, I would watch you on Premium Blend.
That's
as a
amazing.
child in the 90s, when Comedy Central was the first channel, I would turn on the TV. Yes. I'm 37. How old are you, Andrew? Okay. 41. Okay.
You turn on the TV, square
Channel
TV.
50, and Bill Burr's there saying jokes I shouldn't be watching. And just so awesome. It's so cool.
You know what's
to meet
funny?
you now.
I immediately assumed you would hate me.
Say more.
No, I just
Say
feel
more.
because I had my
Personally, professionally, creatively?
just watching my special. Or specials. I would think that you would be like, this guy's just always trashing women. You know, I kind of went through this whole period.
I guess I forget them.
Where I was
bit,
just
yeah.
trashing women because I wanted to be married. So
Yeah.
in my German-Irish brain, I'm like, I'm going to shit on what I want, and then somehow
That
I'm
makes
going to
sense.
get there. Yeah.
I mean, that makes sense given society, not like
No, you can put
humanity.
it on me. You don't have to blame society.
I actually have to say, like, what is even more useful than coming out the gate feminist is being model for change. I'm not even trying to be positive. I'm like being for real. And like Howard Stern too. Like he was so fucking gross. And when I was a kid and seeing these, like, as a kid, like you have no idea being a child in the 90s, seeing women who were, you know, horribly thin with big fake titties and being like, I guess that's what a woman is and I'll never be it. And you men were so stupid, you fucking idiots. We're like, they like that. They don't like me. It's like, yeah.
That wasn't the greatest television.
But I have to say, but sticking it out, and, you know, now I'm just talking about Howard Stern, but sticking it out in his analytic process, which you should consider, was...
I'm working on it. I'm trying to get better.
It is incredible. And also, like, yeah, it just is very powerful, the model for change. So I appreciate it. And even then, I don't know, perhaps I saw a weakness in you that I sympathized with even as a child and knew that you would come out the other side.
There's major weaknesses in this package.
But you're so funny, and I really appreciate you.
Yes,
I'm thrilled.
A dented can. Anyway, so you have this new special coming out. It's on Hulu, the Hulu platform.
We the Hulu people,
Yes.
Bill Burr, do you love it?
I am.
Do you love being a hilarious comedian?
I love being somewhere where they're really into me.
Me too. And
You know
I'm also...
what I mean? I was kind of, places I've been, other places. Not
Sure.
going to say the other places,
you don't
but I
have
was
to-
sort of like
It's a
lost.
monopoly, so there's...
Yeah. No, it's not a monopoly. It's consolidation. And it's very exciting for all kinds of opportunity in the future with
Bundling,
all
the
of this.
bundles
If you
and
just let
bundles
us
of
consolidate the employment that we're going to create. They've been
yeah.
falling for that since the 80s.
Yeah, man.
That if you
Since
deregulate
Reagan.
all of us
Reagan.
corporations, you know, the jobs that we're going to create, and the politicians believe them, and they didn't. And next thing you know, a CEO gets whacked. That's what happens.
That is what has happened now. And
you know what the amazing thing about that is red and blue are on the same side, and we're agreeing. So now I'm going to be fascinated how CNN and Fox News will brand it and pull us back apart again so they can feel comfortable.
they will continue to go further right. And hopefully, my hope is that the people will rise up against income inequality. That is what we're up against. It's racial, it's gender, but it is income inequality that is growing since the 70s. You ever watch fucking Mr. Rogers?
I just love
When
you
you were a
said
kid?
fucking Mr. Rogers. Yes.
Fucking Mr. Rogers. You ever watch Mr. Rogers
You
when
your
you
leather
kids?
jacket. You're in a badass mood.
Yeah,
I watch.
bitch. I'm
I
gonna crack nuts, dog. Skulls, nuts. Bill Burr,
That's
dog.
right. No.
But anyway, like Mr.
I watched fucking Mr. Rogers. What do you got to say about
Mr. Rogers, it's like you actually have an example of a working class, a healthy working class, and different races, different genders, different classes actually can work together. People are happy and dignified to work in a factory. Then corporate greed entered the system even further than even more extremely than it's ever been, and income inequality has been growing and growing and growing, and we're at this point where it's a joke. It's a fucking joke, and we have been pitted against each other. But most people want access to most people want basic human rights.
I don't get why they can't just it's like, all right, you can have your infinity pool, your whores, and all of that shit. Why can't you just break off a little bit more?
I completely agree.
Most people, all you want, I want a house. I can afford to have it.
I completely agree.
I can support a family, and on the weekends we can hang out with my family, and I can feed them and clothe them and feel safe. Like, why?
Basic human rights. That's just what there should be, a standard for basic human rights. That is what elected officials are. That's the intention, I believe, is for civil servants and public civil servants to provide a basic standard of human rights and protect it. But what's happening now with a billionaire class coming in and owning a consolidation of companies, they're buying up houses. You can't.
I know, but what? Yeah, there's one. Yeah, and how about this last election? Nobody fucking talks about that. And what about how Democrats and Republicans both agreed you can't try them for insider trading? They're fucking criminals.
They're totally corrupt.
It's like it's the kind of shit when I was growing up, they tried to say happened in third world countries, dictatorships, and these guys are and now you can, the Supreme Court, I've been talking about this on my podcast, people are probably sick of it, but
I'm loving it, baby. Give it to me.
They were saying that now it's not a bribe, you can give a politician a gratuity
Eat my
after.
Fucking asshole. Eat my ass out. It's not a bribe because it's like, I forget you're an older man and this must sound different to you than it does to my queer girlies, but it's just eat my fucking ass, dude. That's a bribe, bitch. That's a bribe.
Why would you think that's you think I grew up in some prudish time?
No, but I'm a younger woman and you're hee. There's a little hee going on.
No, I'm laughing at when you were talking about the Howard Stern thing, all of those things. Yeah, I was just dying laughing because, dude, that was on basic cable. It was fucking wild. Oh my God, you're so hot. Will you take your top off?
So gross. And then also on MTV.
It was right on after Billy Bush or that guy John Tesh would be the new
E.T. Entertainment Tonight.
Indiana Jones Tomb Raider. Go say this thing, and then they immediately smash cuts. Oh my God! Oh God! I want to fuck you so bad.
Also,
but I'm married.
John Tesh, we were supposed to be happy for him that he could play the piano. You remember that? We're supposed to congratulate John Tesh. You're a host of Entertainment Tonight, but also, wow, this guy can really tinkle the keys.
I know, but he was crushing it. And there's something about Germany, or there's.
The white
this is what I found. But what I found. What I've found in this being an artist is no matter how bad your career sucks, there's always one country. There's enough countries. There'll be one country that fucking loves you.
Ooh, I got to find out what that country is.
Yeah, France loved Jerry Lewis. Not saying they didn't love him here. You don't like Jerry Lewis?
He once said women aren't funny. I'm like, fuck you, shut up, go to bed.
I mean...
What? LOL, they're not funny?
No, I'm kidding.
LOL, they're not that funny, Bill Burr. Wait, can I just finish the political thing really quick?
Meathead sometimes. That's all.
Okay, but posing as. What are you playing football?
Mm-hmm. No, I mean I'm a recovered meathead.
I'm loving it.
Huh?
Can I just talk about really quick?
I'm not doing it for you. I'm loving it. Keep doing that and get back to me in 10 days. We'll see where you're at when we go with your review.
Wait, can I just say the thing, just because I think it is so fucking cool and important that what you're talking about is progressive politics. I don't know if you know that and claim it, but you're talking about progressive politics. And I want to say,
always have to have a name?
Take it out if you want. No labels.
Okay, let's get rid of that.
Keep it fluid.
I'm saying what fucking makes sense.
Yeah, but
with my summer school brain.
But
dude, they should have me fucking run for president.
Honestly,
I get some fucking shit done.
Honestly, even if you are an artist and really successful, you are a working person, and what you're talking about is what I'm hearing with glee is messaging that reaches working people and working families. And I think personally that the answer is in small dollar backed elected officials, especially if they come from activism. He doesn't care. I've lost him. No, I'm just this is like some. I'm an earnest bitch. I'm really earnest, and I while I think the system is crooked and obviously founded upon 2 genocides, I think that it's a pretty good system that could be worthwhile if we stuffed it with the right people. So I just want to say that while I had the
if I was still
incredible
drinking,
platform
if
of
I was-
Wilfred Burr.
If I was still drinking and we were hanging out in a bar, the conspiracy spiral that we would fucking go down, and we would probably, one time I was on a radio show and there was an ex-CIA guy there, and I was spouting all my fucking opinions and everything. He's like, well, he's doing that. And then like when he went to leave, when the mics were off, going like, you're not wrong about a lot of that.
Yeah.
I had that happen to me in a bank. One time I went in, what the fuck bank was it? There's only a few left. It wasn't Wells Fargo. It was the other blue one. What's the blue one? Not Citibank. Chase. I was in a Chase, and this guy was, I was just talking to him. I go, dude, there's like, it was yet again, they were looking at shutting the government down for a week or just print more money. Right. And I was talking to the guy.
Printing more money. Oh my God.
And I was giving him all my fucking, Federal Reserve bullshit or whatever. And he had a worried look on his face going, yeah, I mean, it's crazy, but you just got to, I was like, no, dude, you were supposed to reassure me and say, dude, you're out of your fucking mind. Everything's fine. He didn't. In his little cubicle in the center of this bank, it was one of the more chilling moments. I needed a leather jacket for that moment.
It does help. I used to say like, black people's conspiracy theories are true. White people's conspiracy theories are white supremacy. Because white people are like, crop circles. They're like, they could never have made the crop circles. Aliens came down to do it. And it's like, what? Didn't societies before you
Not
do
all
it?
black people's conspiracies are true. Like their idea that you can curse in front of your mother and she's not going to beat the shit out of you because you're white. And also their idea that their fucking cookout food, the amount of dry ass chicken I've had.
Interesting.
After them talking all of this shit, you under-season your food and everything. It's like you guys over-season your food. So there has to be a happy medium between what we're doing and diabetes.
I see. I see.
It's like, I'll eat that, but I don't want to lose a fucking toe. I saw there's a black woman on Instagram was going, I'm going to show you how to make French toast where you don't even need syrup. And she took like white sugar and brown sugar, like a cup of each, and dumped it in the bowl to start. I'm like, well, fucking there you go.
Right.
She's making cotton candy.
But now I think that people have like connected enough on social media that it's like an anti-capitalist conversation. And it's not really like black and white anymore. People are like all talking and seeing the same shit per the...
Okay, well, let me ask you this. How do you think they're going to divide? Because they're going to divide us again. Because they're going to try to make... I thought that they were going to make...
It's going to be so fucking bad for most people. We will not be divided. It is going to be so fucking bad.
You're optimist. I like that.
That's my optimistic take. It is going to be so rank, and so our basic human rights are going to be stripped away so quickly. We're going to be like... I actually have all the hope in the world for the people to rise up and elect someone who's even further left than we've ever seen before, but only if we have elections beyond this.
Further left?
Yeah, more genuinely progressive. It's like in the same way that like protests for, anti-war protests are like... are messaged or narrated to be crazy, violent radicals. And it's just like, really? Because they don't want war? Like in the same way, progressive values, like thinking everyone should have basic human rights, is messaged as this radical thing. But because of social media, even despite the divisive algorithm, I find as an optimistic person, people are connecting.
Do you think you're living in your world on the internet, so they're agreeing with you? Because like, for sure. I don't know. There's also all, everything from fucking... I don't even know I don't even know what they are. I just keep hearing QAnon. Oh, he's one of those QAnon guys. I have no idea what they are.
My town that I grew up in turned QAnon.
I don't know what that is.
It's like, it's like almost like self-selected.
Box store?
Car. It's like, it's so conservative. It's like wackadoo. It's almost like, remember like Jews, the
it's so
lasers, Jews
gay.
And layers.
It comes back around and you're on Tinder for gay people?
Kind of. Like, I think, I don't think this has been a relevant conspiracy theory for a while. But remember, people used to say that Jews buried dinosaur bones?
Yes.
And dinosaurs never really existed. That's like kidding. QAnon level. I thought.
Dude, I remember that. That's fucking true, too.
Yeah.
Don't get me started with the Jews and the Stegosauruses. I could fucking talk about that all day long.
We love our dino bones.
Who do you think's going to win the Super Bowl?
Don't even know who's playing.
You don't even know who's playing? Well, it's
Beyonce?
Yeah, no, it's not.
I thought it happened.
It's not
I
happening
honestly
yet.
thought the Super Bowl happened.
Do you
It's
think
in
the
February,
NFL
isn't
is
it?
rigged? Do you think that the Chiefs are getting more
I
of a...
don't care.
Can't you just go along with it and just act like you know?
Rigged?
Yeah.
I mean, isn't it? I mean, it's so... I have no opinion about the NFL.
Can I ask
Other
you a
than
question?
that's if
What
it's
do you
dangerous.
do with your weekends then? Because I always sometimes I think if I stopped watching football, you know, if I stopped watching other men achieve things, like what would I be doing with my, like, what do you...
I
you
look
bake?
at the faces of my family. I look at their faces.
You take them in.
I take them in. And my kid's 3.5. I'm in wonder of the process. And we watch TV. We order lox and bagels. We don't even like make many plans. We live in Brooklyn, so we'll kind of like step outside and like so much stuff is happening. We don't do much.
Like what? Those
and
things,
then laundry
those things
and-
flying off the coast of New Jersey? Is that happening in Brooklyn yet?
What is that?
You even seen those things?
No, what is it?
I don't know. They kind of look like car-sized level
Stop.
drones.
Car-sized
Like
drones?
SUV level drones, and the government isn't saying anything about it, and they're just sort
It
of...
is the government.
That's what
Obviously.
I thought.
Oh, fully. Who the fuck else
Yeah,
has
people
that
like they're
equipment?
like aliens, and I'm like, and we're just gonna sit here? Like, isn't at least Tom Cruise or
That sucks. That's the government.
Tom
That is
Hanks one of the Toms?
what I imagine to be surveillance equipment. It's going to get bad for us.
You can't do this, man. The fucking holidays are coming up, you know? Don't you have 9 days in a menorah or some shit coming up?
Well, 8 days, and then
8
the
days?
middle, the 9th candles are shamus. You know, we just have to
We're
be
going this dark?
We have to be aware and connected. We have
She's
to be
got a
aware
new
and
special
connected.
out called Human Magic.
I don't know. You bring it out in me. What else?
Don't blame the victim. I was over here getting ready to have a nice silly...
The way you dressed today, you were asking for it, Bill Burr.
You know
were
what?
asking
I
for
was asking for
conspiracy
it.
theories with this. Is it blue? Is it green? This shirt. I don't know.
Do you know, I didn't even know I had this shirt. It's just one of these shirts you find, you know, when you have to do your laundry, and you're like, what is this?
It's nice. It's like thick.
It's like, yeah, like me. Like a thick-headed moron. It fits me.
That's what you think I think of you, but I think you're smart and funny.
I was so relieved when it was the first time I met you. No, because I was such a fan of Broad City. Me and my wife used to watch it all the time.
Oh, I love
and
it.
I was like, these fucking broads over here,
Yeah, baby.
they're geniuses. I
Thank you,
thought it
brother.
was the way you put
I can't even tell you. That means so much to me. Crazy. That's so crazy. Like in comedy, you get to meet your heroes. I find the art form to be like you get to meet your heroes
Mm-hmm.
quicker and sooner. It's just like, I can't believe it. Thank you so much. I
All
have
right.
loved your comedy for so long. You thought I would think. It's like,
No,
who
but
cares?
I did feel like there was a guarded way that you accepted that. It became very military. Thank you. I liked it. Thank you so much.
Just now?
Yes, just now. So I wasn't sure if that was like you're the classic comedian that can't take like a compliment.
It's tough.
It is, right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to get better at that.
It's
You know what I do? You know what I do when somebody compliments me?
What?
I sit still, but my toes like are gripping the inside of the
Nice,
sole of
nice.
my sneakers. Like
Little
fucking-
shrimp. Little shrimp in that.
Stop saying
In them
nice.
sneakers.
Stop
Aw.
saying nice things.
That's so sweet.
But say nice things.
Yeah. But don't stop.
Yeah.
But don't stop. Because I have a bottomless pit inside that needs
That's
your
right.
validation.
I fill up my bottomless pit with hobbies.
Wait, I had a question. I'm so sorry, but now I'm interrupting. Ugh, tell me. I'll ask it later. I have it now.
No, it's fine.
What are your hobbies? Oh, I know flying because I listened to the Kevin pod. Flying's crazy, and that your conspiracy. Dude.
That's how I got into flying
Yeah.
helicopters.
Yeah.
Is that
And
in case shit went down, man, I was going to get my helicopter. I don't know where it's going to go. It can only
where do
fly
you store it?
at an airport.
Is the gasoline fucking expensive as fuck?
Aviation is just expensive. It's fucking annoyingly expensive. Like some little stupid thing, like they have like on like the, I guess on the windshield you'd call it. They have a little trim string where you stay in trim, you know. And it's just it's a
What?
fucking it's a piece
What is
of
it?
it's a piece of yarn that just makes you stay in trim. It lets you know if you know. It
If you're going
adds-
straight?
it adds metal fatigue. If you're going straight, it doesn't add. It's streamlined.
Whew,
but if
sounds
you
dangerous.
if you were to the side like that, it's just adding metal fatigue, which you can't really see during a pre-flight. So it's kind of dangerous. So, anyways, it's literally just a piece of fucking yarn. All right, and it's one of those things where I know because it's starting to wear out, and I know when I need a new piece because it's going to be on a helicopter. It's going to cost like $750.
Oh my God, Jesus.
It's one of those things.
Do you only fly like on clear days in the morning? LOL.
I go in the fog. Man. I
No,
just
shut
fucking
up.
Push it
Shut
forward.
up. Shut up.
You're never more alive than when you're flying in the clouds without an instrument rating.
Do you have a destination to which you would to where you would fly? You know,
yeah. And then you have what you just keep doing is you keep expanding the areas where you fly and you're comfortable and you know how to get in and out of airports or transition the airspace. And it's an amazing.
I'm nervous.
Oh, okay. I thought it was boring. No,
no.
Whenever
God,
I
I'm
go
nervous
to
at a global scale. You know, a global political scale. You know, and then also personal. Really hoping you're doing everything safely.
Yeah, no. Aviation is unbelievably. As my instructor says, aviation is as safe as you are. All right. So
is John Travolta one of your heroes?
Yeah.
Good answer.
Fuck yeah. I mean, Vinny Barbarino is one of the greatest characters.
Yeah, baby. I'm talking about it.
Of all time.
Yeah. Okay, my question. You were talking
as
about...
far as like, flying a jumbo jet, I have no... And driving it into my driveway, I don't want a life that big.
Yeah.
Having a bunch of toupees.
Crazy.
Like, I'm not into that. I just
Crazy. You know Adele Dazeem.
I think he likes me because he took my fucking look.
Yes.
He went shaved head.
Do you know Adele Dazeem?
I was the first person ever to do that. I'm kidding. What?
Do you know Adele Dazeem?
The singer?
Oh my God.
Is that her name?
Oh, you were thinking of Adele. Oh, that's so funny. No, you have to see this clip of John Travolta calling Idina Menzel Adele Dazeem at an award show. It's like weirdly like queer canon now, but it's so incredible.
What is queer canon?
It's like what
I love how you speak in English and there's so many of these fucking terms you're using. I don't know. Okay, what queer canon fodder? They're into it. Oh yes, honey. Yes, we are here for it.
When you see this clip, you will be making those sounds. It's incredible. It's incredible. John Travolta introduces Idina Menzel, feigns familiarity, but says her name completely incorrectly.
He had the decency to act like he had any idea who the hell she was.
That's true. That's true.
And then he butchered her name.
Oh.
It happens.
Wait, is Vinny Barbarino?
When you get to my age and John's age,
how old are you?
56.
Cool. You look great.
Huh? Yeah, I mean, I look great for my age. I mean, that's not.
Okay, great. I'm 37. You're like almost 20 years older than me.
Yeah, you're a child.
LOL.
Okay, you don't know shit.
I like get up. My knees are like.
Let me tell you how this world is, Missy.
No, I'm technically, officially entering middle age. Please.
Well, 37 times 2. What is that?
None of us know. We don't have
14,
transferable
74.
skills,
That's 74.
you and I.
Yeah, you're middle age. I'm done. I'm 56 times
Drop
2.
Dead, baby.
56 times 2 is dead.
Yeah, drop dead years. Wait, 2 things. Is Vinny Barbarino Welcome Back Kotter or Disco Thing?
What's that?
No. It's... No, same guy, but I'm saying, is it Welcome Back Kotter, Vinny Barbarino or Barbarino? It is.
Yeah.
I didn't know if it was Staying Alive. I forget the fucking movie.
No, he was like a fucking juggernaut. Like that guy.
Please. In the 90s too.
No, but like the 70s, it was like he became the face of it. And then it ended up having one of the greatest comebacks of all time. And how quickly that went. Because it seemed to me like 77, 78 to 83 when I was a kid was a long time. So from in 77, 76 or 75, he gets on Welcome Back Kotter. 77, he does Staying Alive, Saturday Night Fever, and then he does Grease in 79.
Oh my God.
And he was a meteor. And then he did Urban Cowboy, which started a whole fashion movement of white guys in New York City dressing like they had a ranch.
He was so cute.
If you can believe
so
that.
Cute.
Yeah. So, adorbs.
He was adorbs.
Absolutely
he was a regular
adorbs in that gay cannon fire.
Sorry, I'm gonna let that go by. Wait, I have a couple other things I want to tell you. Welcome Back Kotter, I would see on Nickelodeon and like late night, whatever the fuck it was, Nick at Night. And Juan Epstein was the first time I saw my hair on television. You know what I mean?
I loved Juan Epstein.
So funny.
Signed Epstein's mother.
So funny.
Yeah.
And then Horshack too was hysterical.
He was my neighbor right down the street.
Horshack?
Yeah, but he was agoraphobic, so he would never come out.
That makes sense. That
never
makes
come
sense.
out. He wasn't agoraphobic till I moved in the neighborhood.
Sure.
Then he was just like, I'm not coming out anymore.
Sure. And then what was the other thing? Well, just one thing I want to ask you. How long have you not been drinking?
6 years.
Wow. Mazel tov. Congratulations.
Yeah. Is that seriously? You like, okay. I can't tell. You got to poke
I barely joke. I am a clown. You know what I mean? Like I barely am making a joke. So I'm just coming to terms with that. No, I'm fully serious, fully earnest. And I've like struggled with my drinking and I just haven't been drinking for the past few months. And I'm like, maybe this is my thing. Maybe this is who I am now.
Yeah, don't struggle. You just steer into it.
Yeah.
And just totally ruin your life. And then you go, No,
There's one
good.
ingredient I could eliminate, and things wouldn't
I know.
be
I wish
sad.
I tried a couple of times to stop. I should have stopped. Oh, Christ. It's somewhere in my early 30s. I should have stopped. I knew it was time to stop, and I decided that I was going to go for another 20 years. You know? I just figured, you know what? Well, what's a couple of decades of having to apologize and regret shit? Yeah. All right, everybody. We have a new advertiser here in the podcast, the legendary brand. You don't get any more American than this. Harley Davidson. Thank you to our sponsor, Harley Davidson. I bought their 2024 Road Glide CVO. I absolutely love it. And if I can look cool on it, so can you. It's like basically if you took the vibe of a Cadillac. I can't explain it. It's like a horse. I look at the thing. It's like I'm riding a Clydesdale. I absolutely love it. It's fucking huge. Everybody can see me. Sometimes I just sit and look at it. How about that? Like it's a friggin' painting. It's so gorgeous. What features do I love about it? I love the chopped fairing. I love the radio, cranking AC/DC, riding a Harley Davidson. I mean, I ride down the street. It's such a cool bike. I feel like I know how to fight. You understand? Like I'll pull over and I'll fight 3 guys off the vibe of the thing. It's smooth as hell. I mean, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You're going to sit on your couch? You're going to get on a Harley Davidson and ride through the canyons and feel like a fucking American. Not to say you can't do that in Canada. If you ever dreamed of hitting the open road on 2 wheels but didn't know where to start, let me tell you about the Harley Davidson Riding Academy. Whether you're a total newbie or just looking to sharpen your riding skills, Harley's got your back. Their expert instructors will guide you every step of the way. I'm going to do this on real Harley Davidson motorcycles, no less. You'll go from what's a clutch to confidently cruising the streets like a pro. Visit harleydavidson.com/Bill Burr to sign up for the Harley. I got to do it. I should show up for this thing. Harley Davidson Riding Academy website, which allows you to learn how to ride a motorcycle and get your license. Visit harleydavidson.com/Bill Burr to sign up. That's got to be the most fun stuff I've ever read on this podcast. Very excited for that. I want to take that class. You know what I mean, Andrew? All right. This is the next one we got. Oh, look who it is, everybody. It's Hims. Guys, sometimes intimate moments happen spontaneously. And we always want to be ready so we can perform in the bedroom. Hims provides access. What are you eating these things like gummies just in case it happens? Hims provides access to treatments that can help you stay hard and last longer, giving you the boost and confidence you need so you can be ready whenever the mood strikes. Your sex life is important, but your schedule is busy. You don't have the time for foreplay. Just pop one. No, you don't have the time to go to a doctor's office and get treated for erectile dysfunction. Through Hims, you can get a personalized ED treatment without stepping foot outside your door. Guys, ever feel like you need a little boost in the bedroom? It's time you stop worrying about your performance and get Hims so you feel confident knowing you can get hard and stay hard whenever you're in the mood. Hims is changing men's health care by providing you with access to affordable sexual health treatments from the comfort of your couch. Hims provides access to a range of doctors' trusted ED treatments like chewable hard mints and Viagra and Cialis, how you say it, and they're generics for up to 95% cheaper. The process is 100% online, so there's no need for uncomfortable doctor visits. So you're saying your dick doesn't work? That is, in fact, what I am saying, doctor. Just answer a series of questions on their site, and a medical provider will determine the right treatment option. If prescribed, your medication ships directly to you in discreet packaging for free. No insurance is needed, and one low price covers everything from treatments to ongoing care. With hundreds of thousands of trusted subscribers, Hims can help you find the erectile dysfunction option that works for you. Start your free online visit today at hims.com/Burr. That's HIMS.com/Burr for your personalized erectile dysfunction treatment options. hims.com/Burr. The products mentioned are chewable compound products which are not approved by or verified for the safety or effectiveness by the FDA. Prescriptions require an online consultation with the healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan. All right, let's get around.
And do you do anything else? Like weed, mushrooms, whatever?
Yeah, I smoke weed, nothing crazy. I'm like a 2-puff guy, and then I'm just like, ugh, I don't like that. And then like the gummies are too strong. And then every once in a while I take mushrooms. So I took one like once a year or twice a year. So I took one the other day, and I thought it was just going to be sort of a body high. And I was by myself, and it got into vivid color, and then it got into like what's going on with that guy's face, right? And and I was when I was talking about the gloom and doom, I remember my trip ended with me laying on my side going, it'll all be over soon. Just repeating that to myself because sort of the overwhelming, I don't know. It's why I don't watch the news. And I actually find watching people arguing back and forth online, I find it depressing.
Oh my God, it's meant to dehumanize you.
Is that? I don't know what it is.
Absolutely. And it's meant to make you feel like there's no hope. The reason I just can't believe people fall for it. It's like you watch a video about Michael Jordan, or it's about somebody making like a cake or something, and then somebody be like, yeah, thanks, Joe Biden, or they're like, yeah, not Donald Trump's thing. And then these people just jump on the hook, and they just do that. And a lot of times, I guess they're just bots trying to get you to interact. And if I was running shit, let me tell you something. Me and my 2x4, Billy, gonna clean up the streets. Tell me what's up.
You would if you had a fucking robot that was out there trying to get people in your own country to argue about politics, about everything, you would be hung in the street for fucking treason.
That's right.
I would all of those guys on CNN, Fox News, right in fucking jail.
Yep.
You make money off of dividing Americans every fucking day. And like that bullshit. Like CNN was talking about the CEO guy, and they were all the reactions.
Yes,
and people are not into this stuff. It's like they didn't know that, and now the only reason why they're talking about it is because everybody's talking about it, and they're just using it to get views and make some fucking money.
They are so fucking out of touch. Like, okay, so the reason I am why I am an activist and involved in progressive politics is because I am very scared and so desperately need to have hope. And I see good people doing.
I just thought you wanted to get beaten up in a park. That's what being an activist is.
No, that actually works just being a woman. But I I need it. And there are good, smart, excellent fucking people in the right places at the right time. And here's also you make me optimistic. I actually thought you were so funny and great when I was a kid, but like you saying this right now, I feel empowered I feel relieved and empowered, like I didn't, I guess part of this is why you thought I would perceive you as some man or whatever, but it's like
fucking meathead.
Yeah. But it's like, it's like you give me hope and those people give me hope. And actually when it comes down to the popular vote, it was pretty much 50-50. By the final count, it was like off by 2 million. That's like pretty much 50-50.
I didn't even watch it.
And then he gained.
Do you think that maybe as a woman you're thinking too much?
For sure. For sure. I need to be.
Missy, just leave those big problems for men.
I need to submit and calm down. I agree. But I can't stop thinking. And I'm also a masculine woman. So I do just have those wheels turning and I'm doing all those calculations. He gained 3 million followers. Okay. Voters. The guy who won the election.
Listen.
But
the
Democrats, Democrats lost 8 million. And I think it's because people were so dehumanized seeing all this murder and horrible shit.
Oh, I thought it was because they had Mr. Magoo in office. I thought that was the big problem. At the last second.
That too. And also that our tax dollars are going to all this horrible murder, I think was what was so dehumanizing.
I just think the last 3 presidential elections, what we were choosing between shouldn't be acceptable to anybody. It should not be acceptable. It's a fucking joke. It's
the big money in politics.
You got a guy who starts a sentence, and by the time he gets to the end of it, he can't remember what he said in the beginning. And then you have the biggest con artist ever. And, what about liberals? The last 3 elections, they didn't let you pick who you were voting for.
That's right.
Bernie Sanders 2 times in a row. They're like, no, fuck you. Here's the company, man. And then they stick with Mr. Magoo. until like fucking 3-4 months out. You know, I don't know. I choose to live a small life now. That's all I do. I try to go to mom and pop places.
Yeah,
try to stay out of the box stores. I don't want, and I've gotten to the point. Not only do I not watch politics anymore, I'm starting to pull back from sports because now they're all involved in just like they're all we're entertainment leagues. You can pay college players, and now I saw some billionaire going this is a tremendous opportunity. Like these college teams are going to be for sale. It's just like, do you have to fucking own everything?
I know.
Do you have to fucking own everything? Why can't you just? And then what? If they're going to move Alabama to Memphis if they don't give them a new fucking stadium like they do at a pro level? It's like you can't get away. You can't get away. That's what I hate is you cannot fucking like. Where is my escape from all of this shit? Like I'm watching like the World Series, and in the middle of it, they have this stand up for cancer, and everybody stands up sad, holding these signs, and everybody knows somebody that dies of cancer, but nobody brings up that our food supply is totally fucking poison. And then if you sit there going like, can I just watch a fucking baseball game without being reminded that corporations are killing their own fucking countrymen? And nobody's going to do or say anything about it. But if you stand at a baseball game with fucking tears in your eyes, like the Indian with the pollution when I was a kid, which they also did nothing about, like I'm supposed to somehow feel better. It's annoying. So now I'm just into music. I just listen to music.
I love it. I love it.
I listen to I did a little shoulder thing.
I love it.
Oh, Jesus. Fucking music. That's my wheelhouse.
Wilfred Burr, I think you're doing exactly what you're supposed to. I think you're
curling up into a ball.
Yes, and also giving peace and focusing on your personal world and what makes you feel safe and healthy. As you
sound like a therapist wrapping up our session, and there's some other lunatic.
Well, we are out of
there.
time. No, we're not.
We are out of time, and you're you're putting up healthy boundaries.
I want to stay. For me, I'm like, I am here to fight for X number of years. For me, Bill, I'm here to fight. And there is a progressive movement building, and the people are getting smarter and smarter and smarter, and the technology is trying to, beat us, but it won't because it's made by us.
Now, when you say we and us, are these the voices in your head, or do you actually have some sort of coalition out there?
I feel I'm somewhat in touch with Gen Z and millennial culture at large, and that I am speaking for, I'll call it a vibe. I like vibe. I won't go so far to say the culture or the people, but I'm speaking to a vibe, what I believe is accurately.
All right. Well, I just wanted to have you on because I thought you were fucking hilarious.
Thank you, Bill.
I know that you have a new special coming out.
Making you giggle makes me so happy.
No, you make me feel like I need to be better at what I do. I'm not lying.
I love that. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I make you feel like you need to be a better man. Yeah. I fucking love that.
I didn't say that.
Well,
I said a better at comedy.
Said it as so much, but
although, do I win an Oscar if I say that? Remember those awful '90s fucking movies?
That's so sweet. Oh my gosh! Stop! I'm just moved and processing.
We've moved on.
When comedy?
When they would just
like you're so good.
When they would, I just realized I couldn't drive cross town with you.
Why?
Because I'd have to dominate the conversation.
You can't drive and submit in a conversation?
Listen, women in my world are there to listen and validate what I just said. I don't know what I was going to say.
You got two kids.
Tell me about...
Are they teens or above teenage?
They're 46 and 37. I started young. So when people sit down to watch your special, now that you've given us your fucking manifesto on what's going to be happening here, is this going to be
oh my God, I really sold it well, didn't I?
I know, yeah. Is this special going to be on fucking the Libertarian channel? Like, what is this?
Ew.
Is it going to be on the gay canon?
It's going to be on the gay canon progressive movement sector of Hulu.
I am going to see my wife after this, and I am going to somehow work gay canon into whatever.
Try to sell it too and see what she says. She's going to call you out so fucking quick, though.
Oh, no, are you kidding me? If I come home with her ears going to probably go, who the fuck are you talking?
That's so funny. Oh my God.
Gay canon. Why didn't you call? Somebody should be calling their special.
Oh my God. And that's so funny because it's kind of a euphemism for a butthole. Or penis.
No, that would be a rocket. I don't know. Now I'm just picturing a gay man's gaping asshole shooting shit out like a cannon.
Penis, I think. It doesn't matter.
You know, most people, they try to do a little bit of research on gay vernacular before they just loosely throw it out there to the masses. Okay, so when is the special coming out?
It's coming out December 20th.
Oh, my God.
When is this coming out?
My heart just skipped
What?
where she was going to be like, it's already out.
Oh,
and
gosh,
you haven't
no.
watched that?
We would just redo it. I have no ego, Bill. You never have to watch it, and I will cherish this experience.
Can I tell you something? If you had no ego, there wouldn't be a reason to say that. I feel like what you're trying to do
Noted.
is like, yeah.
Noted.
It's like, you know, people who wear stuff that has like spiritual, like they'll have something spiritual written on their shirt.
Oh my God.
You know?
Spiritual written is like, girl. But
Yeah.
if it's like a necklace with a spiritual symbol, I believe it.
You do?
Yeah. Somebody wears a cross or a Jewish
Is it
star.
negated by dreadlocks as a white person? Just like
As a white person, yes.
white dreads, but okay, so you see the necklace, okay, and you're like, oh my God, spiritual. Then you see the dreads, you're like, oh my God, no.
Yeah.
But then you see them with a Bernie Sanders tambourine.
Yeah, I don't.
Does it come back around again?
No. First of all, first thing I'm noticing is the dreads for sure. On a white person, I'm like, whoa, you have dreads? And if they're holding a tambourine, I would say that I'm noticing the cross last, and I have no conclusion to draw.
What is that white dread thing? Is that just I have no personality? I have to desperately seem like I'm interesting? Is that what it is?
Your words.
Why can't you come along for the ride? Why
I
don't
am.
You just
I
threw it
sure.
in my lap.
Yeah. Agreed.
Agreed. Okay.
No personality. Yeah, I don't
All
know.
right.
I don't know. I don't know what it is, but maybe that. No
All right, so
personality.
how did you think
it's
this?
tough.
How do you think this went? This one's pretty good, right?
Oh, I'm delighted. I could go
chatting here with an
on
old
and
man.
on. Who has the healthy boundaries? Ending the conversation.
No, I have to get back to a writer's room. I got.
Oh my gosh, that's right.
It just never stops.
That's right. Oh
if
my
you
goodness.
could just write up till December 24th at midnight, that would be fantastic.
Yeah. Oh,
then we'll read it over the break.
Ay.
You say Happy New Year, and then you get back in the room.
Also, no, you fucking won't read it over the break. You're gonna come back to me mid-Jan and be like, "Well, we're getting to it this weekend."
Mid-Jan.
Yeah.
I like how you talk.
Thank
Mid-Jan.
you.
Cannon fodder.
Cannon fodder.
Human magic.
Human Magic, December 20th on Hulu.
Where did you
and
shoot it?
Disney Plus worldwide. Toronto, Elgin and Winter Garden Theater.
Oh, that's cool. Why Canada? Are you Canadian?
No, I had just done everything else.
Oh, all right.
You know, I was so lucky though
You
because
just conquered every other mountain. You're like, Jesus, I'm done with this country. What is Drake running Toronto? Fuck that
gosh.
bitch. Here I come.
But I was so lucky because Toronto's such a good town
It is.
to
No, it's
perform for. I
fantastic.
was like, oh my God, this.
And I also love that Montreal hates them. You know?
Didn't realize that. Didn't know that.
Yeah. It's a hockey thing. I just like.
Oh, great.
Yeah, it's a weird hatred where like they hate Toronto almost as much as they hate the Bruins, but at least we've won and we've beat them in series. Toronto never makes the fucking playoffs, and they hate them. But what it comes down to, I think, is they're more English speaking, and Montreal thinks they're French, which is fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, like
It's like
Céline Dion, right? It's
I
from
always
Montreal.
tease Rich Voss for how hard he talks about Israel, and it's just
I
like
don't know that person.
he's just
A Jew.
you know what he is? He's a golf hustler in New Jersey, like weighing in on this.
Golf?
Like, yeah, golf hustler.
And is he a comedian?
Sort of.
Copy that. Incredible.
This is all for
Rich.
Rich.
I love it, bitch. I love it. It's off what? Off Rich? Hysterical.
I told him, I go, Rich, Israel considers you Jewish the way French people consider Montreal people as
That's
French.
right. That's
You're
right.
not. You're fucking American.
That's right.
They're Canadian.
Thank you, sir.
And keep your face out of our business.
Yeah.
You're bringing us down. No, I love Rich, and but not his comedy.
Love it.
I want to make that
is
statement.
So funny, and I love that.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
I'm so psyched to finally have met you.
Me too.
And that, you know,
I'm
you
gonna
don't,
just text you annoying shit. You're gonna be like, "Fuck." You're gonna really regret it.
I'm gonna
And
send
progressive,
you,
like queer canon, is what I'm gonna send you.
well, what I'm gonna do is it's gonna be a slow build towards QAnon.
Nice.
Right? And I'm just going to do, but then I'm going to be cool in between them where you're like, all right, maybe I didn't get that
Yeah,
joke.
right.
And then I'm just going to sort of curate it where you think I'm slowly losing
Nice.
my fucking mind.
Just controlling my woman mind.
That's
I'm gonna
right.
fall for it so hard.
And then I go total flat earth.
Very
All
proud
right.
of you, Jack. Okay.
The special
Thank you,
is
brother.
called
Thanks for having
Human
me.
Magic. It's on Hulu and Disney Plus. Ilana Glazer, one of the fucking brilliant comedic minds we have today. Thank you so much for coming on the podcast.
Thanks for having me. Oh my gosh.
Thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful weekend. And that's all I got. We'll see ya.
Hey, what's going on? It's Bill Burr, and it's time for the Monday Morning Podcast for Monday, December 12th, 2016. What's going on? How are you? I've got to be a little quiet, man. It's only like 6:30 in the morning out here. My lovely wife is still sleeping, and so I'm trying not to wake her up. I'm upstairs. Going to try to be a good boy this fucking week, all right? I'm still going to say all the fucked up shit I always say. I'm just going to say it at a volume that's, a little more palatable for somebody downstairs sleeping. I woke up this morning, ba-doo, boop. I heard this big fucking booming noise. And you ever get that feeling like, you're like, did I just dream that? Or is somebody in the house? Right? And then you immediately start thinking like, all right, I got kitchen knives. I got a fucking softball bat right next to my bed. And, but the reality is, as much as people want gun control and all of that shit, I mean, that's the first thing you think of, there should be a fucking thing, right? Where if they can fucking test you one goddamn time, you answer like 5 fucking questions, and then all of a sudden you never have to go through any sort of fucking, major security at the airport because one time you didn't act like a fucking lunatic and then I guess you're good for the rest of your life. Why can't just like one time? They can't come up with the same type of a test, whatever the fuck they're seeing down at the airport. They can't come up with that for fucking regular people, what would be perfect? Just have a fucking 38 and they let you have a silencer. No, fuck that, a Glock with the silencer. Because you don't want to ruin your ears. You just want to kill the person that comes in your house, right? It'd be great. It'd be right there next to your table. And the person comes walking in, give me all your fucking money. You just reach over. They fucking hit the ground. You put the gun back down. You just go back to sleep. And, a couple hours, you wake back up again. You're like, hey, who's this? Your brother-in-law came up? Oh, that's right. That's right. Honey. Yeah, while you were sleeping, some guy broke in. Yeah, he's dead. You want to call the cops? I'll get some, get the coffee going. Everybody, they tell you don't have a knife or anything like that. Bat will give you distance. But at the end of the day, you know what I mean? There has to be some sort of test. They look at your fucking driving record, right? How you did in high school. Jesus, I'd be out the window. I don't know however the fuck they do it, okay? And, you just get a Glock with a fucking silencer. You don't hurt your ears, You aim center mass or whatever. It would be a great fucking thing. I really think it would be a great thing. As long as you knew what everybody's feet sounded like on the floor in your house, as long as you knew what their walk sounded like, that would be the test, right? All your loved ones in your house, they would, from bare feet to fucking snowshoes, you just had to be like, all right, that's my son, Mikey. Okay, that's my wife, and she's wearing Uggs, right? And you get it all down. All right? So then you know what the fucking sound is. I don't know. I'm just saying. I heard a noise. I got a little nervous. And I was just like, what am I, Jason fucking Bourne over here? I'm not, My wife's been snoring to beat the fucking band now that she's in the 3rd trimester, which is understandable. The kid's laying on her fucking lungs. So I have to go upstairs to sleep. And I all of this shit went through my fucking head. Right? Like, what if somebody came in downstairs, took out my wife, and left with no fucking fingerprints? They're going to fucking blame me. That's the first thing I thought. Not, oh my God, my pregnant wife was going to be dead. First thing I thought is, I'm going to go to jail for that shit. That's what, I'm really selfish when I'm in the middle of the night. I'm really groggy. Like right now I'm awake and I'd be like, well, I wouldn't give a fuck what they did to me at that point. I would be so upset that I lost my wife. But when I'm laying here nice and toasty under the sheets, that's the first thing I thought of. Like, oh man, I love this bed. I mean, I wouldn't have this bed in jail. Anyways, we're getting down to it, people. There's only another fucking 19 days left in this year. Dude, fuck Christmas, by the way. Fuck Christmas. Right up the old fucking Yahoo, all right? Fuck that stupid-ass fucking holiday. It's for fucking kids. The level of fucking pressure I have to run around and buy fucking adults fucking presents. What do you want, a choo-choo train, you fucking cunt? I don't have time for this shit. I got too much other stuff to do. You know? It's fucking brutal, man. I had one of the worst I wasn't going to talk about this. I had one of the worst fucking weeks of my life, and this Christmas music in the background is fucking driving me nuts. I'm going to gloss over all of this shit because I've never gotten emotional on the podcast. I do not want to do it now. I told you one of my good friends died. I went to the memorial service, and, he's got 2 kids, 10 years old, went up and spoke at it. It's the most heart-wrenching thing I ever saw. And then Thursday, I know this is going to be probably devastating to a lot of you guys. I had to give my dog away. Yes. Oh, Cleo. I had to do it. I got a baby coming, and the Cleo that you hear on the podcast is not the Cleo that, unfortunately, when anybody else comes to the door. And, she tried to attack my parents, my brother-in-law, my father-in-law, all of my friends. She bit one of my friends, nipped him, and was just like, it was a ticking fucking time bomb for 7 years with the dog. I love the dog to death. My wife loves the dog. It was fucking devastating. It's the most devastating thing I've had to do. It's just one of those adult decisions where it was like, my brain was like, there's no fucking way you can have a baby crawling around that then becomes a toddler and they don't know how to fucking pet a dog. And then she gets a little older and then has friends over and their parents come over. It was a ticking time bomb. She does not do well adjusting to new things, and something horrible was going to happen, and then she was going to get put down. So I had to do the responsible thing and found her a great home. And this is what kills me, is she's totally adjusted now and is fucking happy as shit, and I'm fucking devastated because she's a fucking dog. And within 4 days, they're like, oh, is this the new deal? You're the guy now? All right. I'll tell you the quick story, dude. I had to hand the dog off to my trainer, right? So the whole morning, I don't want to act emotional because I don't want the dog to be nervous. And so I took her on one last hike. It was fucking brutal. And then I was gathering up all her stuff. I give it all to the trainer, and I go to hand off the fucking dog. And it's like I didn't want her to be nervous, so I barely even said goodbye. I was like, all right, buddy, okay, see you later, because I didn't want it to be nervous because I love it so much. And then I fucking, the trainer takes it. And then I went back in the house, went to the bathroom, and then fucking cried like a little boy. It was fucking brutal. Brutal. It's fucking hilarious. The way women handle this fucking emotion, like, my wife, like, sobbed, like, 5 or 6 fucking times, including the night before. And then their ability to fucking move ahead is fucking astounding. Like, they can know it's sad, deal with it being sad. They fucking cry it out of them. And then, I'm not saying she's not heartbroken. She's fucking devastated. But, like, their fucking ability to handle shit like that versus a guy. Guys fucking deny, and then they just hold on to the shit. You know what I mean? Everybody's got that fucking buddy of theirs. You know what I mean? They're married, they got a couple of kids, but you get like 2-3 scotches in them. They start talking about some broad from fucking 25 years ago. It's like, dude, when are you going to let it go? Because, we're not allowed. Like, when I cried over my dog, the whole time I was fighting it. So it was like an 8-second cry. Boo-hoo! Done. All right? Fight it off. Just keep it right there in your chest. Keep it fucking right there. And then, I'm telling you, fucking like 9 years from now, I'll be at a fucking Christmas party and have a couple too many fucking Zinfandels, and I'll lash out at somebody, and they'll be like, dude, where the fuck did that come from? And I'm not even going to know. It's going to be because I didn't hug my dog before. I mean, I definitely, I did with the days coming up and that type of shit, but I should have given it one last fucking hug. But I knew I couldn't do it, So, all right, let's pass that. Let's get past that. Anyways, so I went to the Rams game, yesterday. By the way, I did hit pause to regroup. Brutal fucking brutal week. And the whole fucking time I got to sit here and listen to fucking Christmas music everywhere I go. You know, if I had a hammer, I'd hammer. Is that a fucking Christmas song? It's kind of a fucking psycho song, right? It's like an adult says, if I had a hammer. We all know what a hammer's for, dude. All right? I don't know. I always get nervous when I hear that first sentence. If I had a hammer. Anyway, so I went to the Rams versus Atlanta Falcons game yesterday. A buddy of mine had tickets, and I was like, dude, I got to go because I really wanted to see the Los Angeles Rams playing in the L.A. Memorial Coliseum. I mean, that's where all the greats played from the Rams history, right? I believe Eric Dickerson played there before he went to before they moved down to Anaheim. Probably the last of the greats to play there. The Fearsome Foursome, right? Lamar Lundy, Merlin Olsen, Rosie Greer, Deacon Jones. Who else? Roman Gabriel. That was all before my time. Then I came in when it was the fucking quarterback controversy of Pat Hayden, Vince Ferragamo, Wendell Tyler, right? Jim and Jack Youngblood. What was crazy about them is back then if somebody had if somebody has the same last name as you, they put just your first initial and then a period. But it was Jack and Jim. So they had to write their whole names. It said Jack Youngblood on the back. It never looked right. It looked fucking weird. But anyways, I went there and it was the typical L.A. Sporting experience that you a lot of times where there's just as many fans, if not more fans, because it's a transient city. It really has nothing to do with LA fans. There's just so many people like myself that moved out here, you know, chasing the old Hollywood dream, or if people are just fucking sick of, you know, just bad weather. People are just always fucking moving here. By the way, dude, I'm telling you right now, dude, this fucking real estate bubble out here of them building all of these fucking luxury apartment buildings. You know where I fucking go over and play hockey? They got this thing, the Pickwick hockey thing that's also a bowling alley and a function room. They're fucking knocking that whole thing down. Knocking that whole fucking thing down because they're going to have luxury apartments. It's just, there's going to be no place to skate out here. The one that was over in fucking, what was it, Century City or some shit? I always get confused over there. It begins with a C. It ain't cunt. I don't know what it is. That one's done. Now this one's gone. The only other ones I know, there's one down by the airport and there's one over near near Sherman Oaks, Valley Ice Center. And other than that, I don't know. I'll have to fucking go buy some rollerblades, right? Some little fucking shorts. Do that stupid thing, you know, where you set up the cones and you come up to them and turn around backwards, right? Anyways, yeah, dude. So they had this. They put up this fucking one building, right? And really impressive building. It's over near Beverly Hills. So I was just like, let's see what that building's about. I go on the internet, right? It's called the 10,000. I'm like, all right, why is it called the 10,000? It's called the 10,000 because that's the amount of money you have to pay a month to live there. I guess bare minimum. How fucking tacky. Like, how many times are we going to fucking do this? You know what I mean? It's like we always act, there's always like some sort of like crash and everybody fucking loses everything. And by everybody, I mean the fucking lower 99% gets their fucking asses kicked. And then, give it a couple years and all of a sudden it just comes right back out around again to the Bud Fox, greed is good. Dude, how fucking tacky is that? The name of the building is the minimum, is how much you're paying in rent. Jesus Christ, have a little bit of fucking class. Yeah, they're just everywhere. They're putting up luxury apartments. I don't know where the fuck they're going to find all these people to fill these things, but I guarantee you they're not going to do it. Like I was thinking of buying a small apartment building out here, but everybody's fucking buying them up. I can't even afford to fucking get in one. Or, just because it's stupid, it's like at the height of the fucking market. I was thinking of buying like a parking garage or some shit, just a parking lot, the fuck are all these people going to park? I guess they're building parking underneath the goddamn things. They got it all figured out. You know, I guess I'll be telling jokes for the rest of my fucking life. I'm trying to have some sort of something, a lemonade stand or something, where I get into my older fucking years. I got some sort of loot coming in that doesn't have to do with me fucking putting on my tap dancing shoes. I don't know. So anyways, I went to the Los Angeles Rams game yesterday, and it was so great to see them play there, even though they had a fucking brutal game. They were down 42-0 to Matty Ice and fucking the Rams, and I mean the Falcons, and evidently their best receiver, whoever the fuck that is, Julio Jones or some shit. I think I heard that name. Is that a baseball player? I don't know. I don't play fantasy sports, and I'm too fucking busy to really pay attention as much as I used to. He wasn't even playing, and they just kicked the shit out of him. You know, it was funny. The Rams finally scored a touchdown, right, to make it 42-7, and they lit the Olympic torch. I'm sure they just light it late at night, but it seemed like that's when I first noticed that it was on. And then they also had a fumble recovery for a touchdown. The crowd's going nuts. So whenever that happens live, the first thing I do is try to pick up a referee to see if I see, you know, him going, no, it's a dead ball, or if he's saying touchdown. And as the guy was crossing the goal line, you could see the ref was already going, no, pointing at the ground, saying it was, you know, either the guy was down or whatever, right? And the fucking fireworks guy shoots the fireworks off on a touchdown that got called back. It's fucking hilarious because they're not selling out games, you know? I bet that guy got chewed out. Fucking owner probably came down in his camel-haired coat. You know, where the fuck is the goddamn fireworks guy? I'm sorry, Mr. fucking owner. I shut the fuck up. It's coming out of your pay. He's down there fucking crying. But it was just such a great stadium. It holds 90,000 people. For the life of me, can somebody explain to me why the Los Angeles Rams need a new football stadium? There's a football stadium. There's two of them. There's the Rose Bowl and there's the fucking LA Memorial Coliseum. Why do we have to take more fucking natural resources out of the fucking earth to build another one of these stupid ass fucking stadiums? Huh? So they can have luxury boxes and put all the bells and whistles on it, you know, so they can attract people who aren't into sports to go to the fucking event. I love that fucking stadium. I had a great time. I love that it's a so-called shithole. I think it's great. Do you know there was 62 steps to get from fucking where I was sitting back up to the main concourse to fucking walk out of the stadium? It's fucking tremendous. 62 steps. You know? It makes you drink less. You're burning a bunch of calories. There's less fat fucks. But now what do they say? Oh, that's a fire hazard. The incline's too steep. We're so soft in this fucking country. That's why, like, everybody's trying to get me all freaked out about having a kid, about how difficult it's going to be. And I'm not saying it's not going to be difficult, but it's like, people, women used to have kids and then they'd fucking die. And then the fucking guy had to go out, bury his wife, and get behind a team of oxen, plow some rocky goddamn field, and then fucking, I don't know, feed the kid, I don't know, goat's milk at that point? I have no idea. And somehow he did it. You know? People have survived plagues. I can't fucking be in a house with central air conditioning and heat and all of this shit. I mean, how much fucking harder is... Oh, God, I wish parents from fucking in the past could come and listen to the way people fucking whine and go on and on about themselves, you know, and the way they lecture people who don't have kids. Dude, you have no idea. Oh, my God. It's so... Shut the fuck up. These fucking people coming over, you know, come paddling over from Cuba on a fucking refrigerator door, fighting off sharks. You know, you can't change a couple of diapers. I'm telling you, people are fucking, they're pussies. They're fucking soft. People are fucking soft. They fucking bitch, moan, and complain. Yes, there's things in life, you know. I'd say at this point, with all the modern gadgets, all right, if you have a job, if you're not worried about money, as far as you have enough fucking money to make your rent and all that stuff, I mean, a kid shouldn't be any more difficult considering the love back that you're going to get. other than, a major fucking adjustment and something that's inconvenient. But I mean, come on. It's difficult. Yeah, compared to the rest, compared to what? Sitting down and playing PlayStation at fucking 38 years of age? I might eat these words, but I mean, I'm just comparing it to the fact that, these people used to live in the fucking middle of nowhere. They'd have like 14 fucking kids. I can't handle one. I got all the sports packages, right? I mean, my fucking life's a joke, literally. Anyways, I don't know. Let's try to stay on topic. I have no fucking idea why they need a new stadium. It's I can't talk and type in my password. Come on. Stick with it, Bill. Focus. Oh, when he does it. Anyway, so we went to the game, and I had a great time, and the fucking Atlanta fans were like, just the amount of shit talking. Dude, there was this one guy, this one fucking guy. He bought those fucking wide receiver gloves, where they have the logo of the team and then they cross their hands and they put their hands up over their heads. Like when like the fucking franchise player scores a touchdown, he does that and it looks cool. He was doing that at the end of the game, just holding his hands up, facing the fucking Rams fans. I'm telling you, dude, this guy was like 50. All right? All wired, thin, street dude, right? 50 years old, and he walked out, and he was doing a selfie video as he walked out, talking all this shit. It's like, dude, you beat the fucking Rams. I mean, let's fucking relax. You're not beating the Giants. You're not beating Seattle. You're not beating the Cowboys. You're not doing shit this year. Fucking guy running out like they just won a playoff game. I don't know what it is about me, but I fucking hate when the fans from the visiting team take over a stadium, even if I don't give a fuck about the team. I respect the Rams. So next thing you know, I'm talking all this shit to Falcons fans. In the back of my head, I'm like, why are you doing this, Bill? You don't give a fuck. It's just Rams fans, they didn't have anything. They weren't coming with the shit talk back. They couldn't. They were down 42-7. Right? 42-14, I think, was the final. So at one point, when they went up 42-0, all these Falcons fans, they start chanting, ATL, ATL, ATL. And I just started yelling, you're a hub city. No one goes to Atlanta. We pass through your city on to our final destination. Started yelling all this shit about Delta Airlines. I believe that's the hub there. And afterwards, I just started thinking, why do I care? Oh, and then I also screamed at the fucking Atlanta's punter. He fucking punted the ball, and this guy had a nice run back, and he comes off the field. Now, granted, he could have been mad that he kicked it to the wrong guy, or he's supposed to kick it away, but he came off the field, and he did the double fucking pulling the chin straps off, and he was like, fuck! And he was screaming all this shit. He was all upset. I fucking went off on him. I don't even remember what the fuck I said. I was just so beside myself that a punter would talk that level of shit. It's like, dude, sit the fuck down. Have they washed your uniform once this year? You fucking dope. You're closer to sitting in the stands than you are actually being on that fucking... You know what I mean? You know what it'd be like? It'd be like if this guy was in the army and he like peels potatoes and he's talking shit because he cut his finger or something like that. And meanwhile, he's sitting around a bunch of people that just came back from the front lines. That's how I look at it. I mean, I might be a cunt. I have no idea. So anyways, when I was sitting there watching the Rams game, I mentioned to my buddy that how there used to be a football stadium. I couldn't remember the name of it. First I said the Baker Bowl, and I was like, I think that might be in Philly. But there was a stadium for anybody who lives out here in L.A. A lot of people, L.A.'s really bad about their history. And they had a stadium that was down where the Farmers Market is on Fairfax and Beverly. It was actually a baseball stadium there, too. I don't know anything about that, but they had a stadium called the Gilmore Stadium, and they had a couple of NFL like all-star games there, and then they had like some defunct football league, like the LA Bulldogs or some shit played there. I looked it up on Wikipedia. early this morning. I couldn't sleep that well. A little heartbroken Billy here. Couldn't sleep last night. And then the baseball field that was next to it. If you ever watch those classic home run derbies, well, they have like Al Kaline versus like Mickey Mantle and shit, and you know they're in L.A., and you're like, where the fuck is that stadium? They filmed a lot of it at the stadium right next to it. And right now there's like the CBS lot there where they film like The Price is Right and shit. And as I was looking that up, I didn't know this. They actually had a Wrigley Field in L.A. that looks like from the map it was near or north of Watts, L.A., which is south of the 10 and east of the 110. And it was built by the same guy that made Wrigley Field in Chicago and Comiskey Field. I'm a fucking nerd. I like looking up that shit. I looked up shit about the Rams. They've won one Super Bowl. They won it in St. Louis, obviously, 1999. People remember that. And they won an NFL title in 1945 when they were still in Cleveland, which is where they started. So they've never won an NFL title or a fucking Super Bowl here in L.A. And I got to tell you, after watching them yesterday, they don't seem like they're that much closer. Fucking Jeff Fisher taking all kinds of shit. All kinds of shit. They need to fire him. They need to fire his ass. All right, well, who are you going to replace him with? You got to have a replacement. I mean, this guy's been in the fucking league forever. Did take a team to the Super Bowl. However, it was fucking 17 years ago. He did well with Vince Young. But in defense of him, if you look at the last, since the Patriots started going to the Super Bowl, okay, the Patriots have gone to 6 fucking Super Bowls, all right? And then as far as winning, Patriots have won 4, Steelers won 2, Giants won 2, Packers won 1. I mean, it's like literally like every fucking decade, there's like 2 or 3 teams that just fucking run the table. In the fucking 90s, it was Cowboys won 3, Broncos won 2. There's half the Super Bowls are fucking gone right there. And you knew the 49ers were going to get one. And they won 4 the previous decade. There's just always that. Steelers won 4 in, let's look at the 80s. The 80s, it was 49ers won 4. The Raiders won 2. That's 6 gone right there. Giants won 1. Redskins won 1. Redskins won 2. All right, so that's 4, 2, and 2. You got 3 teams that won 8 of the 10. And then it was the Bears and whoever the fuck else I just said. I can't remember. Won the other one. Wait a minute. How does it go? It goes Raiders, 49ers, Redskins, Raiders, 49ers, Bears, Giants, Redskins, 49ers, 49ers. Oh, Giants are the other ones. Giants and Bears won 1. All right. Sorry. I'm getting all fucking nerded out here with the fucking sports talk here, which I'll probably do a little bit more of, but I probably should do some advertising here, but I want to talk to you guys about some shit where I told you I've been starting to get, I found someone, when I fucked up my back this year with the sciatic nerve thing. Sciatica! Right? I went through all of that shit. Through that, I found a great chiropractor and then a great masseuse, which has led me to this other person that I just went to who's, a former, like, Mr. Universe bodybuilder and all that. He's a fucking genius and everything. And I went to go see this guy because I fucked up my rotator cuff, like, years ago. I've been trying to just fight through it and all that type of shit. And I finally went to go see this guy. And, like, I came walking in and, those bodybuilders, they spend their lives just looking in the mirror. With fucking clothes on, he just saw all of my shit. It was it. He just went like, all right, your shoulders are rotated forward. Your left one is actually closer to your neck than your right one is. And then he goes, stand in the mirror. You see that? Dude, I brush my teeth every fucking twice a day, right? 2-3 times a fucking day. I've never noticed that. I'm like, holy shit, he's right, because it's rotated in and turned ever so slightly. It's not like it's like fucking 3 inches, but you really have to look at it. And then he goes, all right, do me a favor. Turn your head to the left and turn it to the right. And then he just started smiling because he knew what my fucking issue was. Whatever that neck muscle is, my chest and my trap muscles are too fucking tight. And your trapezius muscle, whatever it is, it goes all the way down to the middle of your back, but mine is super tight up top, and my chest is tight. So it's pulling everything forward, and it's making my shoulders go up. Like, my shoulders always go up. Like, so he gave me this fucking stretch. Even if you don't have this fucking problem, I got to tell, hopefully I can describe it over the podcast here. It's just stand up straight, right? And then just lift your chest up. Put your shoulders back. Put your fucking shoulders back. Lift your chest up like to like you feel like you're trying to make it go to the ceiling. And then have your hands, your arms, bring your arms back behind you, palms up, and stretch back as far as you can. All right? Like, you totally open up your chest as you bring your arms back, and try to hold that for a minute. It's been a complete game changer now. So, like, my shoulders have come down because then I went to masseuse. She beat the fuck out of my neck, and my shoulders are fucking down a little bit more. But, like, I swear to God, when I used to do, like, yoga stretches, like, on one side, I could totally, like, you know, they always be like, reach around and grab your arm or whatever, that yoga shit. I could totally do it on one side, could not do it on the other side. And for my whole life, like, I've had this fucking problem, like one shoulder being higher than the other forever. You know, and some nurse when I was in high school goes, oh, you got a little bit of scoliosis. Yeah, your spine's a little curved and blah, 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 blah. And, like, and this fucking, and I didn't know who the fuck she was. I was just like, yeah, that's the problem. And it wasn't. So I talked to this guy who's just going like, ah, yeah. He goes, I'll have you fucking straightened out in like a month or something. And so he gave me these exercises to strengthen up the lower part of the trapezius or whatever. And for the first time in my life, I'm going to actually be able to sit up straight just naturally. And the amount of shit that it has affected, it's given me back problems, like playing drums and stuff. Like, I forever having to, like, adjust shit and wondering why when, like, I sit down, like, why I have to bring the snare higher than I should have to bring it, you know? And everybody else would just sit down and be, no, it seems pretty normal to me. I had no fucking idea what the deal was. And evidently I was all crooked up top. So I got to tell you, that's something that I've learned this year. One of the biggest things I've learned this year is like how medicine, if you go to a shoulder doctor, he's just going to fucking look at your shoulder. You know what I mean? You go to your back doctor, he's just looking at your fucking back. But you go to these masseuses and people like that, they understand how the whole fucking body works. And they understand, like, oh, this is pulled out of alignment. And it always comes down to balance, where it's like these muscles are too tight and the muscles on the other side are too weak. So this is either pulling this forward or pulling this back, which is causing you to compensate when you walk. And that's like, you literally have a problem with your left foot because of your right shoulder. It's fucking amazing. If you get a good one, all right? You go to some rub and tug place, you're still going to have a crooked back, but, oh, you're going to walk out with a smile on your face. Sorry. All right, I know I haven't been this too funny, all right? I'm going through a lot of shit here. All right, let me read the advertising here for this week. Okay, oh, Jesus, here we go. Anyways, I've been hanging with my wife, you know, barely doing any stand-up, just sitting here waiting for the kid to come. And poor thing, she's all really uncomfortable. She's at the point, she's been such a trooper. She's at the point now, she's just like, let's get this kid out of me, right? And last night was the first time I saw it kick through this fucking kick. Like, I do these exercises. You know, I have to help Nia do these exercises so she can try to stay limber. And I just saw, like, it was literally like, it was like a foot just fucking kicked aside. It was just like, it's insane. It's insane that there's a goddamn kid in there. It's the most amazing fucking thing. And also, like, yeah, you just say to your wife, like, there's no way for them to convey it to you. It's like, what is it like to have a person in you living inside of you? It's like, can you watch Alien now and just be like, I get it. I totally fucking get it. So, anyways, I hung in with her one night, right? And we watched Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Then we watched Frosty the Snowman. As much as I could watch, you know. I don't get into Frosty the Snowman. It's too fucking... that one just gives me anxiety. You watch Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and it's slightly about racism and acceptance. You know what I mean? his own dad is ashamed of him, and then he tells him to fuck off, and then there's all the misfit toys. There's something going on there. There's like this theme about racism and special needs kids. There's just so many fucking other things going on that it's really fucking sad. And you watch it, and it's 50 years old, and you realize so much hasn't changed. And then if you go right into Frosty the fucking Snowman, and then here's this adult that's going to get on a fucking choo-choo train with some little girl. She doesn't tell her parents she's fucking leaving. And then there's the fucking stress that it's going to melt. I was just like, you know what? You got to I can't handle this, right? I can't fucking handle this. It's giving me too much anxiety, right? And so then we switched over, and we watched a little bit of Mary Poppins, which I haven't seen in a long time. But I get all of those movies confused. You know, the supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, is that one? Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. It's always some fucking old guy, rich guy whose wife died, and now the new hot piece of ass comes in, and she shows him how to fucking loosen up. You know what I mean? That role has now been taken over by African Americans, right? They come in and they teach the uptight white dude how to fucking, I don't know, do the electric slide. I never watched those fucking movies, you know. But back in the day, it was a new fucking like chick in the guy's life. But this one, he was like married. But it was Dick Van Dyke, you know, singing Chim Chimney, Chim Chimney, Chim Chim Chiroo. The lifer of a fucking sweeper. That's what I want to do, right? And they're all fucking happy as hell, you know. Completely romancing blue-collar work. Like, rich people are all fucking miserable, and these people who are just going to die at 39 from fucking miner's lung are somehow dancing around up on the roofs, you know, covered in fucking soot. And I got through as much as that as I could get through. And, you know, I bought a Christmas tree, and I did all the dishes. I watched all of that shit. And, like, you know, the next morning I was going to the Rams game, so everything that I did in the last 24 hours is just completely wiped out. It's fucking unbelievable. But that's how it works, man. That's how it fucking works. So anyways, here's something that I did not mention is this is something you have to do as a man, especially if you have a wife and a family. You got to get life insurance, and I'm doing it this fucking week. I just, you know, lost another friend who didn't fucking have it, and you have to fucking do it. Guys, we don't like dealing with our fucking mortality. I know you've watched enough of the first 48 that you're literally giving your wife a motivation to fucking take you out. You know what I mean? But you got to do it. You got to fucking do it. So I'm doing that this week. Just been a brutal fucking week. This week I learned about loss. You know, like I didn't already have enough fucking examples. I got the old fucking right there, Fred, this week. Anyways, plowing ahead. How about the fucking Giants? How fucking amazing are the New York football Giants? Every fucking year. I've been saying it all year. Eli Manning is bored in September and October, and then, we got to fucking win some games here. The guy just comes to fucking life. They beat the fucking Cowboys again. They got this amazing fucking defense. This is what I'm so jealous of as a Patriots fan. I don't fucking get how I was first for going like, why do we always have to get rid of our guys that are becoming stars? This year, Chandler Jones we got rid of, and what's his face we sent over to the fucking Browns. You know, always for the same shit, a fucking second-round draft pick. You know, we got rid of Chandler Jones and what's the other fucking guy's name from fucking Florida University? Whatever. I'm so fucking busy with my wife right now. I don't even know who the fuck's who right now. But it's just like, what I hate about the fucking Patriots, speaking of balance, is we have all our money on the offensive side of the ball. All our stars are on the offensive fucking side. And we're forever getting rid of these fucking cornerbacks. Why won't we pay a fucking cornerback? All the way back to Ty Law and Lawyer Malloy. We just constantly get rid of those fucking guys. You know, you watch. We'll get rid of that fucking kid who made that pick in the fucking Super Bowl against Seattle. We'll fucking get rid of him when he wants a contract. I don't fucking get it. Gronk's paid. Brady's paid. I imagine Edelman's going to get paid if he's not paid already. And then nobody on the other side of the fucking ball, it seems like. Whenever they're due. Whenever they're defense wins fucking championships. And we fucking are forever doing this. You watch tonight. How many points is Tom Brady going to have to put up on the fucking scoreboard to beat the Ravens, who always have a good defense? I fucking love the Ravens. I love the Giants. I love the Steelers. I love those fucking teams that they always have a great fucking defense. What kills me about the Giants is they got this fucking killer defense, and they still have Eli. They got fucking what's-his-face there, who, Jesus Christ, what a fucking diva he is. Even when he's not on the field, he's got to be like, trying to get the crowd going like they're not into the game. I fucking hate that shit. Odell Beckham. It's like, we get it. We get it. You're a superstar. It's not enough that you had a one-handed 90-yard fucking catch. Now you got to be sitting there fucking up on the goddamn stands doing the YMCA dance with the fucking crowd. Literally, like, the defense is out there shutting down the Dallas Cowboys, and the fucking camera's on you because you're fucking doing Christmas carols with the fucking front section. That drives me up the wall, right? They got him. They still have enough money for that fucking dude Cruz. It's amazing. But somehow Bill Belichick trades these fucking guys and gets like 3 or 4 second-round draft picks that eventually mature into these stars. And then we win a title, and then it's like, then they want their money, and then we fucking get rid of them again. So, believe it or not, as much as the Patriots are, looked upon as a number 1 or number 2 seed, maybe behind the Raiders, I don't know. I haven't watched the last couple of weeks. I know the Broncos lost. I don't know how it fucking works, but you got to think that we're one of the favorites, right? To go to yet another fucking Super Bowl. But this is actually a rebuilding year for us. That's how great Bill Belichick is. But I think the Patriots lose tonight, unless we got to put up, like, I would say, like 38 points. Because Joe Flacco is no fucking slouch. I don't know. I just don't have any fucking faith in it. And I don't think that the Patriots defense stinks. I just think every fucking year they're good guys. 1 or 2 guys, it seems, gets the old fucking heave-ho. You know what the Patriots are really good at? We're really good at finding that fucking white dude who, for no fucking reason, is fucking really fast. The Wes Welkers. Right? The Edelmans, the Amendolas. That's what the fuck we are good at. And the Giants are great at finding fucking those guys that are built like, are as fast as a linebacker, but for somehow are the size of a defensive end. They get all of those fucking guys. They spot them a mile away. Somehow we can't find them, And I think the Ravens and the Steelers, they're really good at just getting those Hall of Fame fucking defensive backs and linebackers. Ed Reeds, Ray Lewis, fucking Steelers. You can name like 50 goddamn fucking people, right? From the fucking Steel Curtain all the way up to Polamalu. I don't know. They're just fucking good at it. So, having said that, I've been also watching my Bruins. I'm still trying to see where we're working towards. When we sent the entire Stanley Cup winning team, gave, over the course of 2.5 seasons, sent every significant player from those teams out the door except for Chara and Marchand and Bergie. I don't know. I don't see. We're a year and a half into this shit. We're still a fucking 8th seed. This is right where we were last year. And I swear to God, if they make our coach take the fall for this, all right, we better keep him. And at the end, if we think that this doesn't work out, all right, you definitely keep Claude Julien. You definitely keep Cam Neely. But Mike O'Connell's got to fucking go. Because he's the guy who made, as far as I know, he's the guy that fucking did all this shit. I don't know. You know what? The fucking Bruins never want to pay anybody. Unfucking believable. Dude, Pasternak has 18 fucking goals, right? I watched some of the Toronto game yesterday. I know we lost 3-1. I don't know who scored. I missed that part. And he's got 18 fucking goals. Can you imagine if Sagan was there? We'd have 2 fucking lines. At least we admit we fucked up when we got rid of Sagan, but whatever. But you know something? The Celtics are looking good. Al Horford is the fucking real deal, and I think he's a fucking leader. I think he's like a fucking superstar, and he's not a fucking head case. I'm loving that guy. We got Isaiah Thomas. We got a point guard. We got a guy down low who actually can fucking pass the ball. He's brought the ball up the court. As much as everybody's freaking out about the Greek freak there, The Bucks, there's a bunch of guys 6'11" could do that. How about fucking LeBron James? He's been doing everything that guy does. Just because he doesn't play the point guard position, everybody's fucking freaking out. But that guy is amazing. All right? But I don't know. I'm loving what Danny Ainge is doing. And I think we're one guy away. I don't know much about hoop. Whoever that middle guy is, between your number 1 and your number 5. The power forward, I don't know what the fuck we need. A 2 or 3, I don't know what the fuck it is. But if we could just have another guy. Our bench, we play great fucking defense. I don't know. Our bench is a little suspect, though, right? Kelly Olynyk comes in, and that other fucking guy who can't, I swear to God. I think I could literally beat this guy taking foul shots. He's one, like, was it Smart? The guy with the fucking blonde hair? Anyways, let's get to some of the questions here for this fucking week here. I got to wrap this up, too, because the people are putting the punch list guys are coming back to put the finishing touches on the kitchen. Oh, by the way, this is free advertising. And a campfire cooktop grill, you got to get one, dude. I got one in my backyard. My wife was fighting me on that thing. I shut her the F up. I went out and I made, steak and cheese is one of her favorite fucking sandwiches. I went out there. I went on the internet. I looked for a simple fucking recipe. All I did to season the meat was a little Worcestershire sauce and some salt. That was it. All right? I had white American cheese. My wife isn't into peppers and onions. I was like, fine. I sauteed a little bit of mushrooms. I had these fresh French rolls. Dude, fucking game over. Game over. She ate that thing. She didn't have time to say how great it was. She just fucking wolfed that thing down. And I was literally sitting there like, I need the approval. I'm like, was it good? Did you enjoy it? She's like, how about the fact that I ate it in a minute? And I couldn't even talk because my mouth was so full. That's how good it was. I was fucking psyched. You can do Reubens on that fucking thing. You can make the whole Grand Slam breakfast, hash browns, pancakes, bacon, the whole thing. Get the bacon going. Slide the bacon over. You put the hash browns in that fucking grease. Go fuck yourself. Jason Lawhead already gave it the nickname because I'm bringing it to the Rose Bowl. He calls it the Game Changer. And he's going to be making Reubens that day. Like, he's literally... Jay Lawhead is a fucking ridiculous cook. He's unbelievable, right? He's so excited about that thing. He, like, dropped his voice like 3 octaves. I sent him a picture. He was saying, hey, I go, dude, you got to see what I got for the tailgate this year. He goes, oh, really, dude? What'd you get? And I showed it to him. He was just like, oh, dude, you got a cooktop. Oh, dude, I mean, that's fucking limitless. You can do brats, you can do Reubens, you can do breakfast. And he just started fucking rattling all. I just started laughing. He goes, that thing is a game changer. It's literally a fucking game changer. He was, I can't even tell you the ideas that because he told me I should put out my own one. He had all these fucking great ideas, but I don't want anybody to steal it. I probably won't put it out anyways, but, steak and cheese is forget about on the diet. By the way, I've done cardio every day this month. All right. 11 days in. I got day 12 here. I'm telling you, go through the holidays. Just do a fucking half-hour cardio every fucking day. All right. And you pick your spots where you eat like a fucking moron. I ate like a moron yesterday. And then today you get right back on it, And that way you start the year, you're not a fat fuck. You don't got that extra 10 to 15. You don't want to deal with that shit. Or whatever. Don't listen to me. Or listen to me. Okay, here we go. Let's get to the emails for this week. All right. Mom worried about me traveling. Dear Billy Scrotum Head. I don't know what that's just fucking mean for mean's sake. My girlfriend and I have been dating for 5 years now and finally decided to travel abroad together. You taking your broad abroad? She is a seasoned traveler, but I have yet to have traveled internationally. Well, that's great. She knows what she's doing. Just follow her lead. We recently purchased tickets to Greece to pop my cherry celebrate her birthday. Well, that's great. I just told my mom about the trip, and a few days later received a text from her, very worried about traveling to Greece / out of the country. I'm 27 years old. Mom, and scared of me getting... you left out some words here, buddy. My mom is scared of me getting killed due to the country's current state and terrorists. My mom took a few days to research all the negative things, unemployment, bankruptcy, etc., about Greece to try to dissuade me from going. Well, if she looked up the fucking, is it Santarelli? What the fuck? That's Frank Santarelli. It's the comedian. What's that fucking beautiful place you stay? It's all the buildings are white. It's right on the Mediterranean Sea. If she looked that up, she'd be fine. Listen, if you live in America and you just sit in your if you're going to listen to international news, they're not going to talk to you about great shit. You got to watch the Travel Channel. If they're going to show the news, all you're going to hear is bad shit. That's like everybody in England thinks everybody like over here weighs 400 pounds and owns 15 guns, and you walk down the street with them on your hip. You know what I mean? I see just as many fat fucks in fucking Great Britain. Maybe not as much, but there's a lot of fish and chip eating fucking rotted teeth. Ugh. Dirty white people out there. But that's all you're going to know. Tell her to put on the Travel Channel. Send her a couple of fucking links, all right? Anyways, he goes, I understand that she's worried about her son, but I'm also aware that she lives in a shell and she's never traveled abroad. After hearing on the podcast that you have been to Greece recently, no, I haven't. I want to go there. I went to Italy recently. My question for you is, do you think an average Joe, first-time, parentheses, nervous traveler like myself will feel safe? Any words to put me at ease? I would love to hear what you have to say, good or bad, as this will help in my decision. Dude, the greatest fucking thing is you're going with your girlfriend and she's a seasoned traveler. She'll know what the fuck to do, so just follow her lead. But I would encourage you to step out of your shell, learn a couple of phrases. The locals love when you make an attempt to speak their language, even in Paris, as much as they get shit. If you're really fucking trying and you're showing respect for their culture and you're on your best behavior, that's another thing too. When you travel abroad, you're on your best behavior. Unlike all these fucking Europeans, so many of them that come over here, they literally start trashing America to you in the United States of America. It's like, Jesus Christ, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? You know what I mean? Like, as much as I was just teasing England, when I go over there, I'm on my best fucking behavior. All right? I go on stage, I'll tease them a little bit, but in general, I talk about what a great fucking time I'm having there. You can easily pick apart any fucking place that you go to. So anyways, I would learn a couple of phrases. Dude, you're going to have food over there like you've never had here before. You're going to see things you've never had. You have to swim in the Mediterranean Sea. It is fucking life-changing. And, dude, I'm telling you right now, if you have any sort of stress in your life, if you stay along the Mediterranean, from Spain all the way over to Greece, like, you can't fucking miss. You know, just, all I would say is just watch out for pickpockets, okay? Those gypsies are the fucking Bill Belichick and Tom Brady's of pickpocketing. I mean, it is a fucking art form. They're so good at it, you almost won't be mad. Like, how the fuck did they do that? All right? So that's the biggest thing that I would worry about. And especially watch your wife with their big, stupid fucking purses, and they're all excited, and they're fucking looking around. This is what you do. All right? You make a copy of your passport. Okay? Copy your fucking passport, and you fucking keep have it in the safe at the fucking hotel. All right? Keep it at the hotel. I'd take my chances with some cleaning lady taking your passport. She ain't going to fucking do that, right? You have a copy of that, all right? I would definitely wear some sort of fucking, like, pants that have zippers on them that you can zip that shit shut. And when a bunch of people start coming up to you, crowding you, be it on the subway or anything like that, you put your hand on your fucking wallet. You have it right there. Don't have any fucking thing of value whatsoever. And I'm telling you right now, this is probably making you fucking nervous or whatever. This is just, misdemeanor stealing shit, but will make your life fucking miserable because you're going to have your credit cards and all that type of shit and your money and all of that. It's just, pickpockets is the only fucking thing that I ran into when I was over there. That's the only thing you have to worry about. And just really, really be super fucking, hyper fucking aware when you're walking up to whatever the fuck touristy thing. What do they got over there? They have the ruins all of that shit. You know, you're going to go any of that type of stuff. Like in Paris, if you go up to the Eiffel Tower, you have your hands on your shit. And when people come walking up to you, speaking in English, just literally just fucking go, no hablo, no hablo. And just fucking, and if they keep coming at you, just say, get the fuck away from me. I'm telling you right now. You just tell them to get the fuck away from you. Any of those fucking broads coming up to you, they want to, you know, you're at the Eiffel Tower. What are you going to, you stand in line, you go in the Eiffel Tower. Get the fuck away from me. They're coming up there to steal from you. And watch out for their kids. That's the only fucking thing, because they are fucking tremendous at it. That's all. Anytime you walk out of there, and I would also, the next advice I'd give you is, like, just bring carry-on. I'd even say that to your wife, too. Just bring, your girlfriend, just bring carry-on. You're going to wear the same fucking T-shirt and shorts basically every goddamn day. No one's going to give a fuck. You're on vacation. Flip-flops and all of that type of shit, okay? All I can say is just like, you know, underpack. And if you want to buy, like some touristy shit, you know what I love? I love magnets. I love those patches, those flags that you're going to sew onto a coat or some shit. You know, you have the memories. You have the pictures. What are you going to, you don't need to go out and buy some wooden shoes and a big beer stein. If you want to buy some shit like that, ship it back. Do that. Just go there, have a good time. Watch your fucking valuables when you're around fucking, if you're on the subway or if you're near anything touristy. Other than that, have a great fucking time. Chill out. Eat the best fucking food you're ever going to fucking have and swim in the Mediterranean Sea. And you'll have those memories for your whole fucking life. It's the greatest fucking thing. And I feel bad for your mom that she's never traveled outside of the country, because it's a great thing. All right, clingy girlfriend. Clingy girlfriend. Bump, 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 bump. Hey, Bill, as you may have read from the title of this email, I am dealing with a clingy girlfriend. We've been dating for 3 months now and pretty much have only known each other. What? We've been dating for 3 months now and pretty much have only known each other for 3 months now. So it's a pretty new relationship. Okay, so I get it. You didn't work with her. Gradually work up the balls. You saw her and you said, bitch, you coming with me? And she was like, oh my God, you're so direct. Anyways, as I've gotten deeper in the relationship, I've started to notice more and more red flags. I'll tell you this right now. If you start noticing more and more red flags 3 months in, I already have my finger on the fucking eject button, personally, this far into your email. Okay. 4, for example, she gets mad and starts crying if I want to go to the gym by myself and not bring her. Oh, fuck this. Over. Fucking over. Or if I don't reply to her text within 5 minutes, she calls me and asks me why I haven't answered. She's even already said I love you to me, and I actually said it back when we were having sex. Accidentally said I love you. Only a guy can say that. And now she says it back to me all the time, and I have to say it back because I don't want to break her heart and tell her that I don't feel the same way. Well, you already have. All right, just give her a 3-month broken heart. Get out, dude. Get out. I've even tried to break up with her like a week ago. Get out. And she started to have a breakdown saying how much she needed me and how she can't live with that. Get out. Get out of here. So I told her that we could just stay together because I felt bad. All right, dude, you've basically already broken up with her. She goes, she also just randomly flat out said that she can see us together forever. I don't know why I'm noticing all these things now, but I'm only 19 years of age. Well, there you go, dude. To be honest, I still... Sorry. What the fuck is going on with my throat here? I screamed too much yesterday. And to be honest, I still want to live the bachelor lifestyle and not be in a relationship. Dude, you know all the answers to your question. Try all the different fish in the sea. Sorry if I sound douchey, but I just really need help here, but I don't know what to do. Thanks, Bill, and come back to... I'm not even going to say the name of the state. This chick's such a psycho. Yeah, dude, this is what I would do. And I'm taking this from Al Madrigal, the great Al Madrigal, who no one knows how to end shit like him. If you listen to any of our live ATC podcasts, he worked in his family business, and at your age, 19, he was the hatchet man. He fired adults. And he told me one time the best way to get out of a relationship, okay? And this is for everybody, dude. If you have a woman in your life and you have to break up with her, they are going to drag you through the shit, okay? If you want to expedite the deplaning process, if she has anything over your apartment, get it all together, put it in a box. Call her, say we need to talk. You show up with the box. You hand her the box. You tell her it's fucking over. Right? You let her cry. You fucking leave. Now, if she has keys to your place, you don't even need to ask for them back. You already have changed the locks. If she offers to give you the keys back, you take them. But you never offer the information that you have changed the fucking locks. It's out. It's over. It's done. Dude, rip this Band-Aid off. That's your fucking Christmas gift. And anybody out there right now, male or female, if you're in a relationship you don't want to be in, fucking do it. Do it fucking tonight. Get your box together. Change your fucking locks. End the shit. Your Christmas gift. Don't go to another fucking family event, someone else's family that you don't want to fucking be with. You owe it to yourself. Get the fuck out of it. All right. Messy girlfriend. Hey, Billy O. I lived with my girlfriend for the past few years and have tried and failed repeatedly to get her to tidy up after herself. She lives like a borderline slob with piles of her shit everywhere on most available surfaces. Instead of putting stuff away after herself, she'll just leave it out for days. Most days I'll come back from work and the bed will be piled high with clothes and the dumped contents of handbags, etc. In the evening, very underrated Zeppelin song, by the way. This will often just get moved to the sofa and then in the morning move back to the bed. Every cupboard and drawer is piled full of her shit. I have a couple of small spaces for my belongings. Everywhere else is full of clothes she hasn't worn for months, parentheses, question mark, years. Dozens of handbags, purses she doesn't use, bits of paper, cards she's keeping for who knows what, dozens of beauty products. You get the picture. I do try to keep things tidy at best I can for my own sanity, but it would be nice to have not to have to nag her every so often to just tidy up after herself. If I kept pissing on the toilet seat and she kept telling me how annoying it was, I think she'd be right in thinking, what the hell is wrong with this dude? Surely tidying up after yourself is about respect for the other person or people you live with. I know the whole accept me for who I am bullshit and all that, but come on. I was wondering what you or the lovely Nino's thoughts on this are. Well, I'll tell you this, dude. That's not going to get any better. You sound like you got a small-time hoarder on your hands here. Forget about if you get married and have kids. So you got to ask yourself right now: are you going to marry this person? If you're not, pack up your own box and get the fuck out of there. And already have an apartment ready to go. By the way, you pack up your box, you bring the shit over to the fucking apartment while she's at work. Then you call her. You say, "Listen, we need to talk." And then you get the fuck out of there. You say, I'm going for a drive. You drive over to your new apartment, and then you call her up from a payphone. And you say, by the way, when I said I was going for a drive, what I really should have said was, I just moved out. Good luck to you, and let's try and win in Chicago. And you hang up. You go a little Robert Kennedy there, right? It's fucking over. I can tell you right now, dude, I couldn't tolerate that. I couldn't tolerate living with the fucking slob. I fucking hated that when I had guy roommates. I never understood that, like how guys thought it was funny to have like fucking pizza boxes and all this like living like a fucking animal. It's like, guys, we live here. It's fucking gross. So you have to decide if you love this person enough to accept this part of them, or maybe you throw down an ultimatum. Like, if there's no fucking way I'm living my life like this. This is completely unacceptable. You have way too much shit. You need to throw out at least 70% of your shit. Okay? And if she gives you a rough time, and just say, listen, you either that shit is going out the door or I am. Are you saying that you're choosing that over me? Yes. Yes, because I'm telling you right now, I am not going to be happy. Are you telling me that you love your fucking bags more than you love me? Just turn that stupid psychology shit right back on them. Get it the fuck out of here. It gets the fuck out or I get the fuck out. And then you put on some Christmas music. Have a holly jolly Christmas. Right? All right, here we go. Next one. Three Stooges. Hello, Mr. Burr. I was wondering who's your favorite Stooge? I know most people are Curly fans, but I've always been a Shemp fan. Anywho, have a good day. Shemp is unbelievably underrated. The fact that he had to follow Curly, and Curly was in bad health, / I think might have died during his tenure. I loved Shemp. But Curly is the best. But Larry's under-fucking rated too. Larry's fucking hilarious, and Mo is the bully. I could never get into Mo because I had an older brother, and I was just like, yeah, that fucking asshole. I used to love it every once in a while when Mo would lose one of those little slap battles, but I loved all of them. And people always say, you're either a Stooges fan or you like the Marx Brothers. I fucking hated the Marx Brothers. I thought they were boring as shit. I bet now that I'm older, maybe I'd enjoy it more, but I don't know. I just thought it was clever shit. Where Three Stooges was just fucking, it was hilarious. They were just beating the fuck out of each other, and I don't know. As clever as a joke is there anything funnier than seeing somebody walking into a fucking window or falling down a flight of stairs? There's nothing funnier than watching somebody hurt themselves. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not smart enough. You know what? I should look at the Marx Brothers before I trash them. I will tell you that one guy could fucking play the harp like nobody, huh? All right. That is the podcast for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's been a brutal week for me. I'm very happy that we were able to find a new home for my dog. They've already sent us texts and pictures, and she's totally fine. And I'm glad that we didn't have to, there was no fucking way that dog was not going to continue on living. She's had an amazing life. She's lived like 3 different books, and me and my wife were happy to be, 7.5 years with her, and I love her to death. I'm going to miss her like hell, but I had to do it because, the alternative was going to be something horrible, and I did not want to have to fucking live through that. But I am devastated, and I would appreciate it if you don't send me any fucking insensitive tweets about it, because I'm really on the ropes right here. All right? That's the podcast. Go fuck yourselves. And I'll check in on you on Thursday.
Hey, what's going on? It's Bill Burr for the Anything Better podcast. We got a read here for BetMGM. Oh, geez. Billy's reading here. BetMGM. BetMGM is offering $1,500 in free bets to get your season going in Week 15. Where the hell have you been? What, were you in a coma? Going through a breakup? How to get this offer in 4 easy steps. Number 1, you download the BetMGM Sports app on iOS or Android and use the code BURR, B-U-R-R, or visit betmgm.com/Burr. Number 2, sign up and deposit at least $10 into your BetMGM Sportsbook account. Number 3, place your wager and receive up to $1,500 back in bonus bets if the bet loses. Can I just do that and just take like the $1,490 and walk? You must put it back into the pot. Number 4, if the bet does lose, your bonus bets will be available once your initial wager is settled. I love how they give you $1,500 like back in the day. The Coke dealer would give you a couple of free bumps. Then they got you. First touchdown offer. Simply place a prop bet on the player to score the first touchdown in any NFL game. If your player doesn't score first, but instead scores second, you'll get your stack back in cash. There you go, people. Bet responsibly. Don't be stupid. Make sure you get the broad, the dude, the they, whoever's in your life. Maybe you're asexual. Now who's going to tell you you're betting too much on the friggin' Panthers? All right, that's it. Have a nice day. Andrew, where are you? There you are. I was getting scared. I was so scared.
Here we are.
All right, who did he take? He took the Bengals? I hate that bet.
So yeah, I'm going to drop in
took the
Paul
Bengals,
right
he
now
took the Bills.
with a video of his picks.
I'm going to take the Cincinnati Bengals -5. All right, I think they're going to make a last-minute run here. We'll see what happens, but I'm going to take Cincinnati -5. I'm going to take the New Orleans Saints +7.5. I am also going to take the Dolphins +3. Oh man, this week is Paulie underdogs. Yeah, so the Dolphins, I'm going to take +3. And then I am going to take the Buffalo Bills getting 2.5 against the best team in the NFL, the Detroit Lions. I think Buffalo can make this a game or even win it. So I'm going to see what Josh Allen and them can do. So those are my picks.
He took the Bengals, the Bills, the Dolphins, and who else?
The Saints.
Oh, when those Saints go marching in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, when them Saints go marching in, I want to be along in that number. Do, 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 do. All right, here we go. You ready? Oh,
Yeah,
I
let's
love
do
it
it.
on the screen.
Go for it.
All right, how you doing? It's old Billy Redface all by himself. All by myself. Paul Verzi is, I don't know what happened to him. He got arrested for being Italian in Dallas. He's on his way back from Dallas to get to the motherland, New York City. You know, it's funny. Somebody said to me, I was having this argument with somebody, and they were going like, because I always make fun of New York just to get them going, you know. And he was going, New York is the cultural epicenter of the world, and I just bursted out laughing. And then he pulled up like shit on the internet that actually said that. And my favorite thing goes, there's over 800 different languages spoken here. English is spoken there. That's it. And then maybe you hear 800 accents. Stop acting like you're getting into a cab and the guy's like, Guten Tag, yeah?
Yeah.
And I also love most of the people I know in New York are just like Boston. We're fucking meatheads. And I'm just picturing these meatheads in New York just going, New York is the fucking Paris of Americas. Don't you wish you played for the Knicks? Just go get yourself a bacon, egg, and cheese and try to do basic math in your head, you dumb fuck. All right. No, New York's a great city, but not because of New Yorkers. I'm talking about white New Yorkers. Most of the great white New Yorkers came from somewhere else and dominated your city because you were too busy buying a Yankee fitted and some Jordan 1s. All right, there you go. Little roast action. All right. But I do love New York, you know. I love New York, just the way, you know, I love those glass towers that no one can afford. It's fantastic. What a cultural epicenter of the Illuminati. All right, so I'm doing this by myself. Last week, everybody, I got frustrated with trying to figure out what was going to happen, and I decided that I was going to bet the exact opposite of what I thought was going to happen. And guess what, Jake? Guess what, Andrew? I went 3-1. I was a half a point from going 4-0. 4-0.
Well,
Panthers are playing the Eagles. The Eagles are going to blow out the Panthers. I'll take the Panthers. The Bills are playing the Rams. Their coach is combing his hair forward at this point. He's so stressed out trying to run that team. There's no way to beat the Bills. I take the Rams. I win that one. Then I took the Buccaneers because I fucking love Baker Mayfield. You know, they win. And then I had the Cowboys were playing whoever Monday night. Was it the Bengals?
Yeah.
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 It was 6.5. They lost by 7.
Oof.
So now here's what you do. As a gambler, you have one good week, and then what do? You're like, oh, dude, I cracked the fucking code. Here we go. I'm going to bet a bunch of shit that doesn't make sense. I'm not falling for that trap. I'm going to go back to my dumb picks of not watching the NFL on any level. All right. Jake the Snake, can you explain to me why a 12-1 team that has the referees in their back pocket, their front pocket, and their fucking lapel is playing a 3-10 team, and they're only 4-point favorites?
You know, it has nothing to do with injuries. I think it just has to do I think Vegas is just tired of them not covering. I think they haven't covered in like 2 months or something. So I think they're
Why
just
would Vegas be
putting a low
tired of
number
that?
out
They would
there.
only be tired if they were losing money on them.
Well, actually, that's true. Good point. Yeah, but yeah, the Chiefs haven't covered a number in a long time, so that could be the only
Jake, you're such a
explanation. But they're
sweetheart. I
so
thought you were
healthy.
going to argue with me, and you're like, oh, that's a good point. Do you know how bad I wish I could do that? I fucking love you, Jake. All right.
Thanks.
-4. Chiefs versus the goddamn Browns. You know what? I hate that fucking game. That just seems, that seems obvious. The Chiefs are going to fucking cover that all day long, right?
Does seems very obvious.
Well, guess what I'm going to do, Jake? Because I'm a maverick. Because I'm a rebel. Fucking draw a line in the ground. You watch me cross it. Whose act am I doing? At least Jason. I'm doing Fred Stoller's act. I'm going to take the Browns. Getting 4 points. Because why not, Jake?
Why not?
Why not? Because does it make sense? Does any of this make sense? Verzi took the
What's
Saints.
the funniest way that game opens? Like just like a fumble, touchdown recovery fumble. Like
Yeah, none of it makes sense.
Probably James.
I feel like the Chiefs will be covering into the fourth quarter. And then Mahomes, hey, they tipped the ball, whatever the fuck. Dude, what about last week? I mean, Jesus Christ.
Oh,
The guy took his helmet off in the end zone. Unsportsmanlike conduct. They told him to put his fucking helmet back on.
terrible.
What is going on? Do the refs know the game's on TV? That's my question. It's getting to be like wrestling.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes must make it at least to the AFC Championship game. You know what it is. You know what it is. They don't have. There's nobody else playing at his level. There just isn't. He doesn't have the Montana Elway. I'm telling you. And until they do, they're just going to be getting all the calls.
Josh Allen, sorta.
God bless him. Have you ever been to Kansas City?
Looks very cold.
All right. The Ravens are favored by 16 against the Giants. The Giants going for a #1 draft pick. They should just roll over and show them their belly, right? They got fucking Eddie fucking Linguini playing under the fucking center, whatever they're doing, right? That doesn't make any sense to take the 2-11 team versus a team that's fighting for their playoff lives. Should I do it, Jake? Should I do it?
Paul would be very proud.
If I take the Giants at 11, I'm not going to get crazy here. I like the Panthers. No, I don't. I don't like any of this shit.
Panthers are favored in that game.
I know. That's a kind of weird thing. God damn it. All right, I got to go Baker Mayfield. I got to go with my guy here. Go in there. Yeah, he's going to age Captain Comeback a couple of years with all of his shenanigans. I think this is the time of year the Raiders fall apart. They're +4 at home. I'm going to take the Falcons. I just feel like the Raiders fall apart. This is the time. Their Christmas gift every year to the ridiculous loyalty of that Raider fan base is to just shit the bed. Shit the bed. I'll take the Bears getting 7. I'll fucking take any game. Man, you pick a game. I'll give you a pick. How many more do I have?
1.
Well, if you take the Bears, that's your 4th.
Dude, how good is that Bills
Lions?
Lions
The Bears 4th. Yeah, sorry
that was my 4th.
Yeah, Bills Lions.
And what? Have I picked 3 or 4? I'm in a spin here, people.
You
How many?
4.
I picked 4. All right. Well, there you go.
4.
Isn't that easy?
Bills Lions is a great game, though. That's definitely the game of the week. That's gonna be awesome.
All right. Now, what do you think, Jake? Okay. Fuck this game. Okay. This game is just like all possessions. This game is just like all the possessions in your apartment. It's meaningless, Jake. Okay? We don't care about that, Jake. We care about you and what's going on behind those glasses. Come playoff time. Okay? With the refs just fucking back massaging the fucking Chiefs every week. Now, I don't think that they're going to take them to the promised land. Although, what does the NFL have for a storyline? Let's look at the storylines, okay? On the way back, okay, on the front burner, the main dish You got the Chiefs. Can they three-peat? And fucking, what's her face is going to be up there, and Travis Kelce, and take your helmet off in the end zone. It's okay, right? They're the hot chick in the NFL. You got the Lions. They haven't won since 55. Not a sexy city. Not making America a lot of money. Not moving the needle in music. They haven't since Eminem was there, right? Before that, it was Motown. I don't need to tell you this, Jake, okay? You have a wall of fucking wax that would scare Questlove.
Ted Nugent. Ted Nugent, right between Motown and Eminem.
Ted Nugent, there you go. Ted Nugent, before he got all political. What happens to every old person? They just start talking politics and you have to get out of the room. All right, then I would say, then you got the Bills with their lake effect snow. I'm be honest with you. My generation, we just can't care about them anymore. Okay, we watched them go to the Super Bowl 4 years in a row. We listened to their sad stories. We listened to them building them up that they were somehow heroes because they didn't study in high school and then got blue-collar jobs. All right? And then they come back years later with ravishing Rick Rude fucking pants and jump on tables. All right? It's a fucking clown show up there.
Yeah.
And I feel bad for Josh Allen that he has to try to drive that clown car out of the fucking lake. So those are the three stories I feel. And then for whatever reason, the Ravens. Even though their record isn't that good, I think that they could upset somebody. Gun to your head, Jake. Okay, before you say who you think's going to win the Super Bowl, just so you add credibility, can you please take your glasses off and do one of these? And then tell me. That's the Walter Cronkite. I don't think this war is winnable. Who do you think's going to win the Super Bowl?
I think it's going to come down to the Chiefs and the Bills. Whoever wins that game, I think they're on a collision course, and I think one of those two, whoever makes the Super Bowl is going to win. I don't believe in Detroit, just because they have Jared Goff. I just don't think he's like a Super Bowl winning quarterback, even though he's made a Super Bowl.
I believe in Jared Goff. I just get nervous on their fourth down calls.
They went still doing that. They went for it 5 times last week against Green Bay, I think it was. So it's great when it works, but it's really risky. He went for it on his own 30 on one of them. So
I know. And was there ever a bigger statement that the prevent defense doesn't work? He was so terrified of giving them the ball back with 41 fucking seconds left that they were going to get the ball in the 20 or wherever they start now. And we're somehow, realistically, you got to get to the other teams at least 35. Right. That's like a 53. Anything beyond that, that's like, it's hitting a moonshot. And he in 43 seconds, they're going to do that because they're going to give him 20 yards and that bullshit that they cover the sidelines. It just doesn't work. So,
it's crazy.
So you're saying no surprises in the AFC playoffs. You're saying that everybody thinks it's going to be Bills, Chiefs. You don't think nothing in there. No surprise.
You don't think the Ravens? I think the Ravens.
Ravens with that defense.
They have the tools to win that. They have the tools to win that one game. They have they've got everybody. They've got Derrick Henry. They got Zay Flowers. They got Lamar Jackson. It's a physical team. They could do it. I think they could. But
that'd be the team.
Andrew, you know what you could do? You could put a fucking suit on with what you just said and say that on any one of those sports channels, and no one would know that you weren't supposed to be there.
Get a contract.
They got the tools to win the one game. Yeah. That was fucking amazing. The only thing that was missing was scores on a ticker tape underneath you.
The only other story there could be is the Eagles. They've won 9 in a row.
What a bunch of garbage!
No,
it wasn't. It was good. It was good stuff.
Good. It was very good.
Look they froze him in the thing. They're so nervous about what he was saying. I'll tell you, I believe in Jared Goff. I think like what people are forgetting is last year, Jared Goff was a victim of a call. Like that going forward on that fourth down and not getting it changed the momentum of that game and all of that stuff. and then they all got happy feet. I think Jared Goff, with the tools he has and all of that type of stuff, my only thing is that this going for it on fourth down shit, like every drive you're acting like there's 2 minutes left in the game and you're down by 4 points. That to me is their Achilles heel. But I 100% believe in Jared Goff, and I think he could be a Super Bowl winning quarterback. I don't believe in the Bills. I feel like they had their team a few years ago, and I don't know. They've just been really fucking erratic this year. So
yeah,
who knows? The playoffs.
What do you think on the NFC side? What do you think on the NFC side, Jake?
It's tough. I mean, Detroit should make it, but Philadelphia looks really good. It all just depends on like how the bracket shapes up, because I think there's certain teams that match up better with Detroit, and I think
how can you say Philadelphia looks really good? They haven't had a good season. They almost lost to the Panthers this past week, Jake. Where's your head right now?
They've won 9 in a row. They've won 9 in a row, and
they're 11-2
for 2,000 yards. They're going to be a tough out in the playoffs, and I think Green Bay is a sneaky team as well.
Yeah. Green Bay could upset somebody. I go back and forth with that Nick Sirianni guy. Sometimes I'm rooting for him because I see the mental mess he is and I relate to it. But what I don't like is when he wins. I don't like all that shit talking he does. I just, that's why I almost don't want him to win, because if he does that, like, I was so nervous when whatever play he called, and then he went to the camera and went and fucking nodded like that. I'm like, oh my God. Are all coaches, all the Bill Belichick's of tomorrow, all the next Nick Sirianni's and all that, did they see that and they're going to be like, that's what I'm going to do? And the funny thing is he's nodding like that, and so much of their shit is just analytics. It's some nerd with a fucking computer told him what to do in that point of the game, and then you're going to nod. So we got to the point when I was growing up, there was a half dozen guys that were like sort of flashy guys. Billy White Shoes Johnson, Hollywood Henderson, Butch Johnson. There was a handful of guys that had end zone celebrations and fucking whatever. And then it became everybody when you went to the end zone. Within 10 years of that, you had the Icky Shuffle. Everybody had you had Dion doing his little fucking thing, and everybody had their thing. And then the Jerome Bettis generation, you celebrated a first down.
Right.
And then somewhere in there, a field goal kicker celebrated something, jumped up the air, and blew out his ACL. But there was always been a hard line between the players and the coaches never did it. Although Rex Ryan came close until he threw his headset down on the ground and got a desk job, right?
Dan Campbell's doing it now.
Well, dude, by the way, did he have a cold last week? He looked like fucking Rudolph with that red nose. He looked like he drank a whole bottle of bourbon. No, I don't think the Lions coach is going to do it. But my prediction is if the Eagles ever win it, the amount of sideline nodding and celebrating that Nick Sirianni, however you say his name, is going to do, within 2 generations of coaches, they're all going to be doing it. And then your generations are going to be like, I miss the old NFL where you just quietly called plays. And people only did the moonwalk when they got a 3-yard rush.
He's gonna dance in the end zone with the team. That's the new coach.
Oh yeah, he'll get instead of a sneaker deal, you get like a headset deal.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, that's where that's kind of where I am. I'm not to lie to you guys. Like I missed the NFL last week. I didn't watch any of it. I just I'm slipping away. The same way I stopped watching the news, I feel like I'm just sort of falling away. I don't relate to it anymore. Like an NBA game to me looks like a fucking shoot around where people are guarding you. It's like they're just running from the 3-point arc. And listen, I'm not being a dick here. It's the greatest era of shooting I've ever seen. Some 8-foot goof can hit like a 3-pointer like 10 feet behind the line. It's incredible. But it's just like they go down the court,
3-pointer, down the court, 3-pointer, down the court. It's same shot. Euro step, drop step.
I still can't watch the amount of traveling in the NBA. And I remember I've said that to people. And actually, Bartnick had a funny line. He was just like, he goes, but that's like my dad's complaint. I'm like, I don't know, man. Like that. If you grew up in the 80s, 90s, like that's a travel. Like that's a travel. Like it is.
No, it's good. You know what I miss hearing? His creativity around the basket. And that's when you would go in there. There was another set. There was a 7-footer from the other team, maybe a power forward, and your 7-footer, and you had to fucking go in. You know, when's the last time you saw a double pump this side of the rim underneath reverse layup in fucking traffic? Somebody trying to take your head off. I miss the physicality of the game.
Yeah, it's because they all take charges now. So they'll take a charge hoping to get an offensive foul, and then the guy going in's on his like third step, so he doesn't have, I don't know, maybe he's got more inertia, but like, yeah, it's the paint's a whole different game. They used to work it in and out of the paint, like semi-pro there when he like keeps passing back and forth. I don't have it. But they used to do that.
Yeah, pick and roll or something. Well, I think what really changed the game though was the fact that the defensive player can get called for 3 seconds in his own end.
Yeah.
That's like telling the goalie he can only be between the pipes for fucking the post for 3 seconds. It's insane. I can't guard my own goal.
All five guys should be able to stand in there with their hands up.
No. No, because there was a point in the 80s where that's why they initially came up with the 3-second rule for the offensive player, because the guys got so big. I remember that Sports Illustrated did an article saying, are they outgrowing the game? And it showed the Celtics front three, where it was Burr, who was 6'9", McHale was 6'11", and Parrish was 7 foot tall, which was like a big deal back then. And so it was getting rid of some of that. So like, I'm not saying there weren't problems in the game when I was growing up, but you know, I think they'll fix it if I hope they do, because I love basketball. It's an incredible, I love all the sports. Yeah. They're incredible games, but I feel like the owners are, you know, they've reached maximum density with their fan bases, and offense sells the game. So they're just, I don't know what they're doing with it. Or, you know what? I'm probably just old is what it is. Anyway.
Yeah. The talent's there though.
The talent is 100% there. I think Steph Curry is the Jordan of this era, because he changed the game.
Do you think he's past Magic?
You got to change the game. Like whenever they say Kobe, rest his soul, or LeBron is better than Jordan, it's like what I always is, he didn't change the game. The game is still the same. But then also, when people from my generation say LeBron couldn't play back, and the guy looks like a defensive lineman. He'd be playing the game physically, and he would be of the mindset of the era, right? And he would basically be like Anthony Mason scoring, 40 points. Like LeBron would have been great on those early Knicks teams, those early 90s Knicks teams. And he's just playing the game the way it's played today. He definitely would have adjusted, because he would have had to. What's he going to be? Some 7-foot goof working at the Gap? He would be like, all right, this is how the game's played. I'm going to play it this way.
It's also the era where players take a little more liberty over like the coach's orders, which I feel like probably maybe happened like in the 90s. But like LeBron literally plays every position. Like you can watch a different possession and he's playing a different position. You're not always under center, but I'm just saying like he's taking the ball in every way. Do you guys want to do a quick Monday night special? It's Raiders Falcons.
All right, I'm going to hedge my bet, go against me. What is the spread? Is it 4 or is it 3?
4. Falcons are giving 4 to the Raiders. We got Kirk Cousins and is it Carr?
No, Carr is
Mark Van Egan Jr.
It's gotta be
I'm not
Carr's with the Saints, man.
Yeah. Sorry.
Mitch Trubisky.
I think they have Aiden O'Connell or somebody bad. I just know
That's right.
All right, Kirk Cousins scores points.
Okay, he
Yep.
did it in
Desmond-
Indianapolis. He did it in
Desmond
Minnesota,
Ridder.
right? Is that what this guy's career's been? I'll take Kirk Cousins to throw one.
What if we took one to throw an interception? Because
How
he
about-
does turn it over quite a lot.
It's Desmond Ridder for the Raiders.
I like the first name. I don't like the second name. The first name sounds like a touchdown. The second name sounds like a sitcom star. Desmond Ridder. No relation to John. Rest his soul. Do you ever watch the pilot of Three's Company? Like, Chrissy totally wanted to bang him, and they fucking got rid of that storyline because she was so coming on to him. He would have fucked her by the third episode. And then where do you
Nowhere
go?
to go. Nowhere to go.
Yeah. He should have gone after Janet. That's my opinion. All right. All right. Kirk Cousins to throw one. And I can't go wild like with an interception because that's not fair to Verzi. Verzi wants to win here, but he's not here to tell me the names of the players.
Right.
Who's their William Andrews right now at running back?
Bijan.
Yeah, Bijan. The Falcons have Bijan Robinson.
Do they ever run it in anymore?
Only
What's
with
the
Derrick
over-under?
Henry.
What's the over-under? The housewife bet.
44.
Under?
Most of the money's on the over.
I like the under then. This has boring game. This has boring game written all over it.
I think under is great.
Yeah. Okay. So Cousins, the under.
We need a third.
What's the odds a streaker makes it out to the 15-yard line?
If it's in Vegas, we can get probably good money on that.
Dude, that's a prop bet. We could fix that, man. Jake, if you're willing to do it. Wear one of those Mexican wrestling masks over and have a cape on and just run out there and we'll just bury the streaker bet.
Just a little insider trading.
Yeah, that's all.
We're politicians.
Hey, it's an entertainment league, Vegas. It's an entertainment league. Was that not? Are you not entertained?
Yeah, that would be entertaining.
Dude, if you put your glasses on the outside of the mask, immediate legend. All right. What else? Give me something to bet.
So we got you want to do under Kirk Cousins to
The
throw
under
one?
Kirk Cousins, and then
Well, they have we could do receivers, maybe the yards or running backs. The Raiders have a good tight end.
Drake London,
Yeah, that's on the Falcons.
Brock
Yeah.
Bowers.
I'll let you guys
Kobe
pick
Myers.
one. Pick one. Pick something, because I have no ideas on this. What do you guys like for the last thing?
I do something with Bijan Robinson. He's a really good player, but I don't know what the yards are.
It's 80.5, so you can go over 80.5 rushing yards.
What's the anytime touchdown?
No, under.
80 is a big number, yeah.
80 is a big number. So that'll be the three. Hey, by the way, I was hanging with this old school guy. I used to work in Vegas when the mob was there. And he told me, you know what they called the half a point?
The hook?
Yes, I'd never heard that. The hook.
Yeah.
And I can't say what he said, but he said the hook. You can fill in the blanks. The hook has killed more so-and-sos than so-and-so. You just go into history and just fill in those blanks. That would be the end of my career. It's not my saying, but I don't even want to repeat it. But that was the saying out there.
Seeing as how the show made CNN last week, we can.
How fucking gross was that? That those
I can
fucking assholes on CNN sat around acting like they actually were confused or surprised by the reaction that people don't like CEOs, and then them sitting there like they were going to get down to the bottom of it. It's like these CEOs are behaving the way they are because guys like you are not doing your job because you're not journalists on CNN or Fox. No. You're not. You guys are treasonous people who are sucking the corporate cock, and you're fucking looking the other way. And then when, like, you know, an athlete says something or a fucking soap opera star tweets something or some regular guy hoards hand sanitizer in their fucking garage, you act like that's the reason the country's going to shit. But meanwhile, you can still charge $600 for a pill when you got leukemia. Go fuck yourselves. CNN and Fox News. Fuck all of those pieces of shit.
It did say promo code Burr, which is hilarious. Because it was right on CNN. It's like BetMGM promo code Burr, and just like bounce pass.
I got to tell you, one of the funniest things ever to me is that Anderson Cooper has a podcast. It's like, you don't have enough money. It's
on
like
TV,
you're on
buddy.
CNN. You're a Vanderbilt. You get hammered in Times Square every year with what's his face.
Andy,
You got to go and
Andy
take
Cohen, yeah.
Stamps.com money out of some feature act's pocket. Jesus, Anderson. And I love the headphones too. So you know it's his podcast.
The average like CNN show gets like, and that just the numbers that they report is like, I'll say less than most of the shows, less than the average Monday morning podcast. It's insane.
Wow. Shots fired.
Anyways,
Listen,
all right.
I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Like, what are you going to do next? Are you going to put together 20 minutes and start going on the fucking road? This week we got Anderson Cooper. Next week we got Bill Burr coming here. Dude, and then I show up. Dude, Anderson had to add shows. I'm like, what the fuck? Hey, Bill, can you do some morning radio? We had Anderson Cooper here last week. He's doing stand-up? No, he did a live podcast. He sold out this arena twice.
He's selling out so hard. He's just doing like bits about like his wife, even though he's not married and he's gay.
Dude, if he did a live podcast, they would have that little fucking Oriental rug with the chair, and he would have some sort
lamp.
of drink and no tie. So you know that he's fucking loosening up, right? This isn't CNN's Anderson Cooper. This is hanging out Anderson Cooper, who's still not going to call out these fucking pieces of shit. It is depressing, and it was fucking great. You watched, though. They're already starting to say this Luigi kid was an anti-capitalist because what they want to do is they don't want us to identify with him. They don't want red and blue came together. Working class red and blue came together. Fuck CEOs. Okay? And now what they're going to do is try to divide us again. And there's bots probably already doing it on Instagram. I'm telling you, these people should be in jail for treason.
Somebody said it's the first radical centrist shooting. That was kind of funny because both people, they were trying to pin him. They were like, look at all these right wing people he follows. And then people were like, well, look at all the left wing people. Like the guy was quoting Ted Bundy, or not Ted Bundy, Kaczynski, but whatever. It doesn't matter. Like, you know.
Yeah, they're trying to make him seem like he's mentally insane to make it look like, oh, this is some crazy murderer. But I don't know.
You might have been a little off. You might have been
Well, I mean, I guess you have to be.
Hey, dude, you got to be a little off to do it to succeed in life. You got to be a little crazy.
Yeah.
You got to have a little delusionment.
You want to leave a legacy?
I mean, he had a whole hit list like he was going to get to those other guys. Well, scratch that guy off the list. Doopy doopy doo. Like he was going to.
Like he was going shopping.
You know what I love? You know what I love about people is people are complicated. And you can't pin them down. Somebody they posted like, wow, like he was really like well spoken and well thought. And then they posted a picture of him with a beer can hitting it against his head, cracking it and pounding it. Not even around friends, just like in the corner of like a party. I was just like, yeah, everybody's everybody.
Yeah. It's called layers.
Yeah. He's an intellect.
No, people who watch my act, they think I just walk around the whole fucking day. It's like, no, I don't. Sometimes I'm just sitting in the corner quietly wondering what the fuck happened in the last 40 years. All right, I have to go. I got bullshit I got to do. All right, that's the podcast. God bless all of you on both sides. Don't let them divide you. Don't trust those fucking news channels, all right? Think for yourselves, you dumb cunts. All right.
All right.
Kidding. I include myself in that. All right, I'll see you guys later.